together. Atlanta and New Orleans, living in today's time. We lit. Air Monday 9 to 11 on the night shift. You don't wanna miss it. Got the dopest guessing we kick it. Stay lit like the night before Christmas. Tony and Duke, best in the business. Watch him get it. Go to YouTube, search IBNX Radio, the Lit Network. Entertainment guarantee. Have you laughing to your hurt? Because we lit. That right, we lit. You know we lit. We lit. Tony and Duke stay lit. Turn it up, they lit. Start the show, they lit.
Hey.
Slide on in that thing.
That's how you do it? You just slide on in?
Just slide on in that thing like Kramer.
Like what?
Kramer. You know how Kramer always sliding in on Seinfeld?
Oh, that's so not where I went with that, but okay. All right, I'll give you a little Seinfeld thing.
Listen, I love comedy as a whole.
Oh, hey.
You got us right? You got our eyes right?
Look at me now. Hey, look at me now.
Let's see what you got going on. We got a lot of Afro engineering in the building.
Right, okay.
This is Duke Desdoon.
And this is Tony Dominique. Duke, how was your weekend?
This is the Lit Network. My weekend was great. My weekend is pretty much filled with either daddy mode or just straight grind mode. So one of the two. I mean, when grind mode, I'm in the shop or, I'm doing comedy. I did, shout out to Relapse, Kedar, Make Me Laugh Media. I did The Basement.
Make Me Laugh Media.
Yeah, shout out to them. So that was like my second time rocking with them on doing a show. I had a good time. I had a real good time. It was at Relapse Theater. I forgot the address, but it's downtown Atlanta. I think off of 14th Street.
Okay. That's what's up.
Do a lot of improv stuff and stuff like that up there. Yeah, it's a cool
I
little
like
hip
improv.
spot.
Improv is always fun.
Yeah, it's a cool little hip spot.
That's cool. Good job.
How about your
Duke.
weekend? How was yours?
So my weekend was great. It was a great, relaxing weekend. I just, slept and ate, and I went. Last week we were talking about the Jeju Spa, right?
Right.
So I had to go and see what it was about. I had to go test it out. So I went Sunday. I went yesterday, and I tried it out for.
How long were you in there though?
I was in there for 6 hours. I got there around like 2:00. It was packed. Like it was like almost no parking. And so I got there like 2, did like a little mini tour, checked in, and I didn't leave till like 8:00 that night.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, so you had a good time.
I mean, I can see, at first I couldn't understand why people spent so much time there and why they had the 24-hour, like you can be there for 24 hours if you would like.
Right.
I didn't understand, like, why would somebody want to be there that long? But, I mean, it was really, really, really relaxing. In my head, I imagined, like, how people were talking about. I thought it was going to be bigger. But it was a great relaxing. It was really cool. So, I'm with it. Like, so it is, the way it's set up, you go in the front, you check in, they take your ID or whatever, and then that's to assure that you pay for your stuff when you leave. Because you only have to pay the entry fee when you get there, which is like $30 to just go in the space. And then, but that $30 includes you can sit in all the saunas and jacuzzis, and you can just roam free, quiet room, whatever you want. And then they have like extra services that you can do. And so I experienced all the regular free stuff because that's what you're supposed to do.
Get all the free stuff first?
Right.
That's terrible.
And then
but that's what exactly
what you're supposed to do. Experience all the free stuff. I went and eat in the cafe. They have like food there. They have swimming pool. They have acupuncture and foot reflexology. They have a workout area.
They have all of that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a massage place.
Nope, it's not. And then they have what regularly we call the V-steam, but they call it the hip bath. So I tried that. And I was actually talking to my friend earlier, and I was like, I've decided that I need to do the V-steam regularly because when I get married, I want my vagina to, like, encompass my husband's soul so he doesn't, like, see anyone else. I want it to blind him from other females. Like, I want it to be that good. So.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
So the V-steam, what does that do exactly? It just tightens the vagina up?
So the V steam is supposed to it does tighten everything up, but it also supposed to have health benefits as well. It helps with hysterectomy and um, any back crampings and stuff that you have, and I mean it just has a lot of benefits and things that it's supposed to help you with. It's supposed to detox your vagina.
How do you detox? I mean, what comes out of it when you detox a
I
vagina?
mean, if you think about like women who eat bad and they have different odors and smells based on their food and their diet and stuff like that, or women who get like yeast infections a lot and stuff like that.
So,
I mean,
so you mean
it's
tell me
supposed to help you with that.
the V steam helps
Pull all that
bring the
bad stuff out.
balance, the pH balance in good proper standings in the woman's body? I'm just so glad I'm not a woman. Between birth and pH balance being out of whack, it just seems like it's not. What's the upside to being a woman? Let me ask you that. What's the upside?
I mean, I enjoy being a woman. I don't think I would enjoy being a man.
Really?
Like I don't.
It's fucking cool.
No.
I mean, outside of the fact we got to pay for everything. Like outside of that, once you get your mind wrapped up around paying for everything, once a man leaves the house, he's paying for everything at that point. You know what I mean? Once you get your mind wrapped around that, it's totally cool. But a woman, like y'all have a walking pocket. Y'all like a walking pocketbook because y'all have a pocketbook.
That's what your grandma call it.
That men want to stick their little fingers in, and and other things.
That you got to put your money in. You got the money.
You
We
gotta
got
put
the pocketbook.
Yes, exactly. You see what I'm
my
saying?
goodness.
So I see why it's an upside. I shouldn't even ask that question. Now that I did talk myself through this.
My favorite part actually of the experience was, and my mom thinks I'm absolutely crazy for this, but they do a body shampoo where on the women's side, obviously, as a woman. If you're a guy, then I just learned that there's a guy over there washing people. But there was this old lady, and she gave me the body shampoo, and I tell you, she washed like layers of greatness off. Like she cleansed me so good. I've decided
Wow, it was like that?
Yes, I decided that when I get to that status, I'm never washing myself again. I'm gonna hire somebody else to do it.
Really?
Yes, it was so good. Like she scrubbed off all my dead skin, and
Did she use something like a particular type of tool or some type of soap or
I mean,
something?
It
What did
looks
she
like
use? Oh, she just a regular towel. She was just getting it in.
No,
it
she
was all
used-
in the wrist and the elbow.
she used the exfoliating gloves.
Okay.
To get off all like the dead skin. So like if you haven't done it and you go for the first time, you need to like be prepared because your skin particles, all that dead rough.
And then you rinse off after, right?
Well, she rinses you continually while you're on the table. Like there's constantly water like thrown on you. So don't go with your hair done and think you finna be
Nah.
looking
Just
okay.
go pretty much like you just woke up.
Go like you going to the gym.
Okay.
Go like you going to the gym. And then, you can wrap your hair. If there's a lady in there with scarves and, shower caps and everything, you can wrap your hair up and protect it in whichever manner that you do when you take a shower or go to the gym. But
Okay.
just know it's a lot of water, a lot of stuff going on around.
I could dig it.
So, but
So,
I had fun.
let me
I would
ask you
definitely
this.
go back.
For the time spent in the service that you got during those 6 hours, how much was that, if you don't mind telling us?
So
Which you didn't pay for because you have the pocketbook. So how much did he have to spend?
nobody spent for it. It's my own hard-earned cash. Thank you very much.
So he ain't send you none in your cash app before you while you
No,
was talking.
I
Let me
didn't-
send you a little something. I just made it. I'll call you when I get out.
I didn't
Let me drop something
DM
to you.
anybody asking them to send me no cash app.
Well, y'all don't have to DM. Like women can talk so indirect and get exactly what they want. It's crazy.
I did
Y'all don't have to
not.
DM. Y'all have to be like, yo, what's up? Like, check this. I'm about to go get a massage. Like, what you got on it? Nah, no, it don't go
Well,
like that.
no one cashed at
It
me.
don't go like
so
that.
if anybody would like to cash at me for me to continue my spa journeys, definitely my cash app is #AmeliaEvent. Go ahead and send a little something there. I'm going back.
You going back?
I'm going back.
You do owe me a massage, so I might need to.
I don't know that you want to go there.
Do I want to? Do you think I got is my personality fit for J. Jude?
I think if you're comfortable within yourself, I feel like a guy could be able to go there because I did see couples like man, wife, children. I did see boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband, wives there. I mean it's I saw.
But
a lot
walking
of
around
everybody.
with you, because I break it down. You said there's a general area where men and women are polying, politicking and kicking it. And then you have the men's section and then the women's section. And in each section of the individual genders, they are naked.
Right. So when you go into your respectable side,
Is that optional? You got to be naked and come out them goddamn laundries.
well, you got to get naked when you get there because you have to shower. Like you can't just have your regular.
Now, it's
stuff.
open shower or is it closed shower?
It's open. It's just
so gym style.
Gym style,
Okay.
jail style.
Jail style. Why would you go there? I said gym. You go jail. Why would you do that?
Because I mean, even some gyms kind of have that curtain. There's no curtain. You know what I'm saying? There's no.
Wow.
It's just
an open community
it's just
shower.
It's just an open stall. There's no.
I felt her though. As soon as she said that, I was thinking, "No, this is like prison."
Yeah,
It's prison style showers right there. It's just
that's tough.
But I mean, it's not.
I've never been to prison, sir.
I've
never been to prison. I've been to county. I've been to county. And I've been to prison. So county, you get individual one at a time. So I don't know anything.
I don't know anything about any type of jail shower.
Yeah, I don't know
I've never
anything about
experienced
that. So,
but I'm just saying. Like,
I'm not as hardcore as you.
I'm not hardcore either. I'm just saying. You see movies.
Let's get back to our topics.
Oh my God. Okay, so listen, Linda. So male side, female side. So I did get the chance to meet a couple that went because I had questions about the male side because I had to wrap my head around it. Like, okay, are y'all doing? Because after I experienced my side, I need to know what are y'all experiencing your side, and they won't let me over there because it's no. Like
you
I need
want
to
be
see.
Nosy, huh?
Right, I need to see. Like, are y'all doing what we doing? Because if y'all are, I need to figure out how this works. And so the guy told me that y'all basically have the same setup. Y'all have the jacuzzis, y'all have the open shower, y'all have the saunas, and y'all have the body shampoo. There's a guy over there body shampooing
wait,
other guys.
Whoa, bring it back. Rewind. Boop, 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 boop. Bot tip. Okay, listen. So you're saying that there's a man in a man's area domain with a big lubrication of fragrance pumping it out in your hand.
No, it's not in your hand. No, you don't wash yourself.
So you just lay down on your stomach.
You just lay on your stomach. They flip you over.
Grown men flipping you over? I don't like the way this is going, man.
I mean, you can.
I don't like the way this is going.
But they tell you, turn over front, turn over back. They wash, cleanse you from your
why they can't have no unattractive women do it with strong hands? I would take that.
I don't know, but they wash your hair.
I even take a stud rubbing me down. A dyke rod or some bulldog. I take that.
I don't know. I guess they try to keep males.
As long as she don't have a
a
strap on, it's totally fine with me.
They try to keep males with males and women with women just to
really
keep
like
the lawsuit.
You know what I think? I think I'm gonna lead Jeju to the Jeju-esque type people. I don't really.
Well, it is
more. I'm not built for Jeju.
I did learn that it's more European.
Yeah.
And so.
And when you say European, I'm not gonna do that.
I don't know, but I did. I met a lady who said her husband's European, and this is their first time doing it in the States, and so it is a and other people have told me it's like a European culture style deal. So, yeah, it was a great experience though.
Somebody's.
Wow.
You see that, huh?
Wow.
She's a fan of the mainstream.
Actually, both of y'all with y'all phones right now. I'm not feeling neither.
Making all type of noise, him ringing my phone.
Yeah, I'm not.
What were you playing? What was going on over there?
You had me thinking I was doing something.
So I really didn't pay attention. Like my Pandora came on, so I'm sorry, y'all. Look, whatever. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad.
Oh, well, you need to tighten up. You need to get.
I did. I V-steamed. I'm good.
She V-steamed. So it tightens it up, and it gets all the impurities out of it, and all the infection, and it cures gonorrhea on a small level and stuff like that.
I don't know of that type of thing, but they say it's good for women after you have pregnancy and you get it tight. Get you all not only get you cleaned out. And
hey, you know what I want to say? Since you said that, why they got so much stuff to get women back to ideal? But if a man is born with just 4.5, ain't nothing he can do about that. They got
pumps for y'all.
Nah, ain't no
They
pumps.
got pumps.
You fuck around, fracture your meal.
Hey, they got it. I'm sorry.
You fracture your whole. Come on, you can't do that.
Anyway,
I'm just saying, y'all got too much stuff. I'm not gonna get into that. They got tight V steams and body shapers. And
they got all that.
They got male body shapers
stuff going on.
Real men ain't wearing that.
They got them. Put them on under your hoodie.
I don't want to go play ball with my partner. He'd be like, hold on, cuz. Hold on. I got to get this too tight.
But y'all don't want to have that coat body figure.
He come out his body shaper. Like, what the fuck is he just... You know what, man? Give me my friendship back, bro. Give my friendship back.
Y'all don't want that coat body figure, so I don't think y'all are bringing that body shaper to bring the sides in. That's not a look for y'all.
I cut this one chick. She was a white chick. And she was just talking, I don't know how we got it. We talking about Baywatch or something like that. And what's the fascination for white women in ass? Like, why they want their men to have ass?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Is that the same thing for black women? Is that something that y'all, on a physical feature of a man, you be like, boy, you got a nice ass?
I mean, it's women who just, I don't think it's a white or black woman thing.
But I heard a lot of white women that really dig a man's ass. So I'm just like, where that come from? And what does it do for you?
Maybe it's because they don't have
nice
one, so they try
stupid.
to live vicariously through their dude. I don't know.
I've been around black women most of my life, and they like it just as much.
Really?
Yeah,
I never heard that before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know women.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's white or black.
I guess it's a women thing.
Maybe because I don't
just
have
like
a
how
nice
men
one.
like
I'm built.
Nobody's looking at you.
I'm really bulldagger built. Like, seriously. Like, for the real side with my shirt off, you be like, oh, bro, please.
All right.
Put on some garments.
Don't make me mute you.
I'm just saying.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just saying. Well, you might know about it because, they might think.
With that, we're going to pause that because we don't want to go there.
No,
you know
let's not.
But if you want to go to Jeju, definitely go if there's experience, but you got to be open. Don't go if you're closed-minded. It ain't going to work for you. But if you open.
What's the level of openness you got to be to go?
You're going to be open.
You just got to be free.
On your stomach. Lay on your stomach and get open.
Well, I mean, you don't have to do, like, obviously it's an extra service. So if you don't want nobody watching you, then don't get nobody watching you. But, I mean, you can
Is that a la carte? Or is that like or do they have bundle packages or something?
No, it's as you, so when you go in, you get a bracelet. And as you want to add stuff, you just kind of tap your bracelet to what you want to add. And
it just ring it up at the end.
Yeah, when you check out.
Do they give you a price or you be like, whoa, okay, whoa.
I mean, you need to keep track of it. There's a price wall.
So now you got your phone tallying up. Okay, see, I got a grown man touch me.
Right.
It's to be like, I don't really like that, but the shit was off. It was amazing.
Yeah, they charge $25 extra for the booty rub.
Oh, nah. And they spray the cheeks. Oh, nah.
I'm over y'all. Anyway, we're going to play L.I.T.T in the City by LaToya Price. And then we're going to bring in our big topic of the time, money moves.
But you be...
Finger roll, I'ma make
We lit!
Betty Badass, DJ Killer B, it's a Beauty and the Beast production.
You already know what it is. Killer B in the building. Betty Badass. It's another track. Let's go.
Litty in the city,
Yeah.
Litty in the city,
Yeah.
I be Litty in the Litty in the Litty in the city.
We Litty.
Litty in the city,
Yep.
Litty in the city,
We be
I be Litty in the Litty
Betty
in the
Badass.
Litty.
Let's
I
go.
be Litty in the city and I never show no pity. Taking man, take his money, but he ain't never gon' hit me. Popping up at the pop off, hit my phone for the lockup. Don't make me call the goons and tell the motherfucking block. Shout out to Listen, baby, it's Betty Bad up on this beat.
What up, Boosie?
Litty in the city, ATL's where I be.
Shout it, what up?
The boss a tick, catch me out up in these streets, paying all my mama bills like my name was Carter because I be Litty in the city.
Yeah.
Litty in the city.
Yep.
Litty in the Litty in the Litty in the city. Let's go. Litty in the city. Litty in the city. I be Litty.
Killer B, Betty Badass. What up? She like it like that. Let's go. Killer B, Litty in the city. 2 Glock 9s and a whole $150. We tucked all the way down in my diggies. I'm old school, bitch. I just like quickies in his back to the motherfucking money. Kids stay motherfucking hungry. Keep a low profile with the heat and the dash. I don't play about my motherfucking money. Litty in the motherfucking city. Got 4 hoes wanna ride with me. I only got a 2-seater, so your hoes gotta choose for the coin who gon' ride with me. Litty. And that's how we do it. Betty Bad, Killer B, we on that pimp fluid.
They be tryna get me cause they know that I stay lit.
Stay lit.
The F's and high, the Betty burning down this bitch. Can we kisses but money? Show that cash. I be Litty in the city, call me Betty Badass.
Yeah.
Oh,
We stay lit, man. Shout out to Team Poet. You already know what it is. Yes. Betty Badass, DJ Killer B. Yeah. Hey, Cardi. You thought this shit was over, man.
Like that. I said I like it like that.
We ain't bothered. We not bothered at all. Killer B, Betty Badass. Let's go. I told you we was gonna do it. I told you we was gonna have to go through it. We made it and they hate it. Always faded, never underrated. They don't like us, they love us. They stay trying to fuck with us.
Behind the closed doors, going and fire that Joe. Break down twerk
Betty
on the
Badass.
floor. You gon' wanna
DJ
get
Killer
more.
B.
Yeah, you
It's been a long time coming.
Betty B got that flow. Killer kicking that
Beauty and the
dough.
Beast.
Waving the 44, yeah.
Yes. Because I came from the ghetto and I'm still here.
he hit him with the Tupac? Cause I came from the ghetto and I'm still here. That was a good one. I liked it. That was lit.
Yeah, it was lit in
Yeah,
the
that was
city.
lit. Well, I mean, you gonna get cool points because you rocking on that Cardi B joint, so you gonna get automatic favor.
Cause you like it like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Cardi B. Says, like when you take a track that's already a hit and people already, constantly
already
familiar
vibing
with
to
it,
it.
so they already riding with you. They don't have to figure out if they like it. They already like it. They just, they just roll with you on your shit. But
Because it's a Cardi beat, you got to come harder than Cardi did.
I agree with that.
Who
I
can
agree
come
with that.
harder than Cardi right now? She's at the top.
What you mean? You know how many
can.
female MCs are out
can.
there that got bars?
Like you can, but
I mean, on her own song.
Man, let me tell you, Rhapsody would kill that.
I mean, Rhapsody's nice. But you're talking about like a lyricist versus somebody who I wouldn't put Cardi B as like a lyricist. That's not her thing. You got like the trendy music. I kind of call everything now is just trendy. It's just the end thing. That shit'll fade in the next 12, 24, 36 months. You know what I mean? Or they may stay and then transition out of the trend thing. You know what I mean? So,
We on to the next topic.
you just chopping it.
All right, so we got, if y'all were paying attention to our social media platform, we got Ranzo Avery in the building. He is going to be our lit financial advisor. So y'all gonna hear from him. If y'all remember him, we had him a couple of months ago, and he's back to give us some new news. He's gonna come back a couple of more times to keep us updated on what to do with your money, because it's tax season. Everybody looking for the next big thing. So we can give you some good pointers. And Trump keeps shutting down and opening up the government. So you just, we need to save money, and build wealth and become debt free. So he's going to be here to help us get through that every now and then as we can process. How you feeling?
I've been good. How y'all doing?
How you doing today?
Man, nothing much, man. This is a big weekend for us. I do something called Chicago style stepping, so it's a pretty big weekend.
Oh yeah, I know someone else that does that. They into that real heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy. What do they practice? Y'all practice and stuff?
Yeah, we do pretty much all over the city, but there's classes all over. It's mostly on the south side of Atlanta, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where that soul at.
Chicago.
The south side and the west side.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where that soul at.
That's how
I
you
could
do
dig
it.
it. Are you from Chicago?
Nah. I picked it up right out of college, was bored. Let me try this out.
Where'd you go to college?
Georgia State.
Good stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Chicago
stuff.
stepping.
Yeah,
Dude, let's
Chicago
go
step.
Chicago step.
You know what?
You about to say something about your...
I don't mind doing it. You know what? Just the thing.
Do you have rhythm?
I have very good rhythm, but I'm more of a freestyle person.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I
You
don't
do a
like
routine?
choreographed stuff.
It's
You know
not
what I mean?
choreographed now.
It seems like it.
Nah. There's rules, like with any dance, but you freestyle it the whole way. Like, you seen salsa. Salsa ain't choreographed.
Okay. It seems so. It seems like they on the same.
Maybe if you're doing it in groups and they're trying to do a routine, but maybe just in general, if you're dancing it, maybe it's not.
I don't think it's just the rhythm with me. I think I just don't like to listen to somebody.
You're
it's
a
like,
rebel.
Yeah, so I
You're
just
a
kind
rebel
of like to
by nature.
freestyle it and just kind of
So
let
that-
myself
So
go.
the electric slide and
A
the
two-step
Cupid shuffle.
could turn into a dip with a roll or something, with a shuffle. Like you just never know. So but I think it's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it's a good hobby to have, man. Get your mind straight. Something you can do in the evening where you ain't got to worry about that other stuff,
I can dig that.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I know they got the ladies in there.
With any dance, because to your point, a lot of guys don't want to follow the rules, the ratio, you win.
Yeah. See there, he's switching hands with a lot of soft poems.
Which
Ain't no
for,
calluses on them right there.
for Southern men is kind of strange, because I grew up in the South, so just doing a couples dance where you're holding a woman, rocking a woman, that's very flirtatious for a Southern man. So it took a little growth in me just to say, hey, man,
I'm just
that's
dancing.
cool.
I'm just dancing.
Yeah.
Dance.
Yeah, she ain't really on to
That's
me like
right.
that. I thought
She
she was,
ain't-
because when a woman
it's like-
danced
it's
me
like
a certain way,
stripper.
Yeah.
Like, you fall in love with the stripper while you're at the strip club, like, oh, this ain't real.
I never did that.
I mean, there's people that do. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I never
like,
did that.
Nah,
You ever did it?
No.
We too player for that.
I just-
Yeah, who play
and I'm a
with
money
Pop
man, dog.
Yeah.
That dollar
First
ain't
thing, we
little.
not
Yeah,
even
I'm
in there
finna-
really.
I'm not finna throw my money.
And when we
nowhere.
do,
I'm
it's
not
gonna
gonna
be in the daytime. Well, the corporate blue collar people are. I can't compete with them.
See, the end of the night is
The
just
corporate
important
blue
as
collar
the
people are
night,
there
in
at
my
nighttime.
opinion.
Huh?
The end of the night is just as important as the night. So being teased for a couple hours,
There you go.
You can forget that.
Yeah, you're not.
You ain't gonna tease me.
That's like going to Subway. They make your sandwich and everything. They let you smell it
Yeah.
and just throw it in the trash. And you be like, all right, do that again.
No.
And you just do that for 5 hours. That's what strip club is like. It's like wanting to feast but can't. But get samples.
I go to
Or the
the strip
fragrance
club
of.
for the food. Cause you know,
Yeah, I
like,
like the food. The food.
they have like really good food. Like I went to Cheetah and they have like a 5-star restaurant in there, and that food was so banging.
Is that your
Like,
favorite strip club in Atlanta?
No.
What's your favorite one?
Probably Magic City.
I like
It's
Strokers. I
real-
don't know why I
real
like
basic.
Strokers. So I think I like the layout.
I think I
of
don't like
Strokers.
Strokers
When
'cause
it's
I used to live
simple and
behind
done
Strokers.
well.
That's what I like.
It's
That's what I
simple
like.
and done well.
Like Magic, it's too much. Like I go
I like
and
to
it's
be entertained.
it's just so much. You're like, it's exhausting. You know, I just
But I
want to
guess-
sit back, enjoy the women.
Right.
You know, have my smoke, have my drink, and you know, be able to. It's just Magic City is just too much. Like it's just too much.
Yeah.
I feel like for that atmosphere, for me, that atmosphere like it stimulates Cheetah because they dancing off beat. They ain't really doing nothing, and it's just a bunch of people sitting talking, and it just happen to be girls around. Like
Right.
it seems like a business meeting.
Them girls ain't dancing, they wiggling and cheating.
Right, that's what I'm
They
saying. They
wiggling.
off beat.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not
real. That's
doing
real.
nothing. You can't
That's
throw
real.
no money on them. You gotta like hand it to them politely. You know, it's just.
They don't
crazy.
eat neither. though.
That's
They
because
don't eat.
Cheetah's not as ethnic.
Yeah, that
I
has a
think
lot to do
you
with it,
know
too.
what? So I went there one good time.
One good time.
One good time I was there. It was that one time at band camp. But you know they let us throw the money on them and everything, and like the
So they
African-
normally don't. I haven't been to Cheetah. They
No,
don't-
the
they don't-
African American girls, really turned up like with us in the building, like, cause I mean, I had
African-American.
the African American girls.
Them.
Yeah.
They really were able to turn up, and you could tell, like, I got a chance to like really talk with them, cause when you throwing money, they be like, everybody want to come see you when you throwing money. So. I actually got a chance to kind of really talk to them, and they were really telling me about their experiences and how they're not allowed to twerk and turn up like that, like it's against the Cheetah policy.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So wait. Let's bring that back. I'm sorry because I know this is about you right now.
Different priorities.
So
I mean, it's about money, making money.
I'm just saying. So
Money moves.
they can't. Did you know that?
What?
That it cheated. That I didn't.
I didn't know the rules.
No,
I don't know the rules. I didn't read them.
I mean, I don't know the rules. I was just talking to the
That's
girls.
what they say. They say they can't twerk
they're not
and really go
allowed.
crazy.
Yeah, they're
So-
not allowed to do that.
How they gonna make money then?
You're
Make
just
money.
supposed to dance, and the man is supposed to just hand it to you, put it in your little garter, and
Oh, it's one of those places.
Yeah.
Like a little topless bar almost. Kind of like.
I mean, they get
Kinda,
full.
They get full naked.
Yeah, but they just
It's not
they just
urban.
can't twerk.
It's not. I got you. It's not.
And the
it's
music
not
is
ethnic.
kind of like.
They listen to a lot of Katy Perry,
I mean, it's really like
It's a little rock
eclectic.
and roll in it.
a lot of
too.
Calvin
Coyote
Harris,
Ugly.
a lot of Calvin Harris and Rihanna,
Yeah.
I mean, they
fist pumping,
right. It's
Lido deck music,
Same music at LA Fitness. All the same stuff.
you know what?
hyped up elevator music.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, I
So-
got
They have lights.
that's crazy.
So yeah,
Y'all some funny motherfuckers.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's money making moves.
Yes.
So
Let's talk.
if y'all tuned in for Randall and y'all was trying to be PG, we sorry. We gonna give you.
We do a pop. We're gonna turn this ship clean around. We're gonna
I
get
got-
this
yeah.
thing real corporate, real clean.
Right. We're gonna be
We're
real,
gonna
real.
clean a slate on here. Hit the reset button.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, it's money season anyway. This is the time where everybody's interested in when they gonna get their money.
Right.
Are people having a problem with the government shutdown deal and receiving their funds at a certain time or something like that?
Yeah, I heard a lot of people and people you didn't even think that it affects. So think about a beautician, right? So if your employees are your clients or government employees, that can hit you just as hard as anybody else. It's not receiving a check yourself. Even people who thinking they ain't gonna receive a check, that'll hold you back. So times like a government shutdown really shows you, hey, I need to get my house in order.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to get my house in order.
Yeah. We should.
Let's get the lit house in order too.
Gotta have a meeting.
Let's sit down.
Y'all don't have financial meetings for this?
Yes.
We talked about
Yeah,
it.
Yes,
yeah.
we do. We have financial meetings. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's what
Oh,
the
he's
fuck.
a
That's what
hater.
you're doing while me and Tony's talking
Right.
about
While
finances.
we making money moves,
You know what I'm
you over
saying?
there cricket,
You're over there, sleeping, on your second drool,
getting retwisted.
in your third dimension, falling deep into it.
Dude, he gonna mute us. You gotta stop.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I apologize.
You got a lot of power back
That's why
there.
your goatee connect, because you're a good dude.
I wish. See, this is babyface problems here, man. It don't connect.
what? You're going to be good. It's cool. I can use this.
Oh my God, he always be
Totally
muting
fine.
you. You get mute every show.
All right. It's totally fine. I can use either one.
Oh my goodness. Okay, back to focus. All right, so You know what? I honestly can say that I didn't even think beyond. Like, I thought out of the box, but I
Right.
didn't think far enough out of the box to the beautician, to the grocery store clerk, to mom and pop shop, the hair salon, to everybody who has that one service or that they provide the service industry, the Uber drivers, everybody who provides some type of small service to someone that we don't think about. I didn't even think about them getting a check because most people splurge when they have money and they do the nails and the hair and the haircuts and all that other good stuff when they got a good check coming in. So.
And people don't realize when you off of work, people say, "Oh, you're not working, you're on vacation," but it's stressful. You ever been kind of like uneasy about when you gonna go back into work? You can't really just relax, and that could resolve into two ways: you don't spend it all, or you splurge, go on vacation. So balancing that probably hurt a lot of people. I think we're gonna see the effects probably in a couple of weeks or so.
I think, and I want you to chime in on it. Do you think that moments like this is going to produce people to become more entrepreneur minded and stop being, I guess, being saved by corporate, so to speak? It's going to kind of push people to say, you know what? Because I'll be honest with you, the only people that's not really complaining are entrepreneurs.
That's true.
Like all the entrepreneurs
Would
I know,
you say
they're
this is
not.
a good time to really start developing those business plans and getting out there?
So I think it's always a good time to be an entrepreneur, and I'm a little biased, but you got to understand that this whole system is set up for you to be better off as an entrepreneur. As you guys know, y'all can write off every bit of this equipment and time and mileage that you spend here. But if you're just a regular W-2 employee, you can't write off any expenses. You really have the highest tax rate. So just from the tax system, you're better off being an entrepreneur. But I think this day and age, with kind of that whole direct-to-consumer market, you can really be who you want to and reach out to who you want. Y'all heard the Soulja Boy's interview. He's right. You have the option if you really want to get out there and hustle. So I think this is a good time to really just show who you are. I heard somebody say, hey, man, have your little freak flag fly, be who you are, and you can monetize that.
Your freak flag fly. But okay, so I have a question about. So I was reading an article about Amazon and how they made $11.3 billion and they don't have to pay taxes.
Right.
Is that like a real thing, or
Yeah.
how does one get away with making $11.3 billion and no taxes?
And not be a 501c3.
Yeah, so there's something called subsidies. So Amazon does a lot more than just deliver packages to your house. They do little kind of, seed grants and as you know, the Amazon HQ, they got a lot of subsidies from state and local governments. So they play this game so that when they make a profit, they never have to pay. Now, you could say, well, that's a good thing because they've done these things that other people weren't willing to do. But $11 billion, you do need to pay something back into the society, right?
Right.
So is it a good thing? I don't know. But it just shows that, they playing one game while we playing one game paying 20% tax rate. Okay, we just got to make a decision. Are you going to get taken? Are you going to just learn the rules so you can win?
I clearly need to get with Amazon people and see, what I need to do.
I think that's what they need to teach in
They
school.
got the plan.
That right there. Finance, real estate, purposeful living.
Right.
Living, understanding how important passion is about something,
Yeah.
commitment, those things. For 12 years, I just see people get out of school, they're just not ready for life.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Well, I
sure.
did read an article on that one school was teaching their students how to prepare taxes.
All that's important, man.
Yeah.
And I meeting people like yourself, have other people come on, there's people that cross my path. It's like, man, I'm gonna tell you what happens with me. I get upset with my parents
Okay.
because I be like, man, why did like what were y'all doing
Yeah.
before I released myself into this, this world being a young individuals on an independent level? Like, what were y'all doing?
Right. What frustrates me when parents, send their kids off to college and say they're gonna go find themselves there. But what happened those first 18 years when you prepare that child to go off into the real world? They're adults, okay? They can be tried as adult. They have to pay taxes like adult as soon as they turn 18. So why aren't we preparing them before that? On top of that is that whole student loan epidemic. So we're paying $30,000 for somebody to find themselves.
Right.
Okay, why can't they go on a hike?
That was
right?
well put.
Right.
Why can't we do this? So let's really rethink about that because we have trillions of dollars of student loan debt. 11% of that is in default. So people aren't living life. When you talk about what's holding back people from being an entrepreneur, if you got $50,000 of student loan debt, and that's pretty low nowadays, you're not gonna make that leap because you have to pay that bill on a month in and month out basis.
You feel like you want to be responsible. And I think with being an entrepreneur or even stepping into that, if you're going to be successful at it or not, you have to put faith over fear.
Yeah. Oh man.
You have to live off purpose and passion.
Yeah.
But third, you have to. It's a fine line between going for what you want and doing what you need to do.
Yeah.
Where you got to be responsible, but then you're like, well, I can continue to be responsible and omit me.
Yeah.
And just take care of kids, lights, overhead, everything that comes with keeping my life running.
Right.
But what about the me, the intimate me that just before I go to sleep, I think about it and smile like, boy, if I just get there. What about that moment?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about that thought?
Yeah.
And I think parents don't teach us. They teach us to, that's not important. Be responsible.
Right.
Get a job to pay the bill. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I mean? And I'm learning.
Yeah.
It is responsible to take care of you and what makes you go. Whatever that thing is that makes you go, that gets your wheels turning, I think you need to move on that.
I believe that's true.
I told my mother the other day, I was saying, because I was explaining to her about my journey to Jeju, and I told her, self-care is important. I used to be a person just working, and make sure the kids was doing their things and everything, but it was really breaking me personally. And so I was getting to the point where I couldn't push forward anymore.
Right.
So I had to step back and say, it may cost money that I don't necessarily feel that I have, but more money will come, more me won't. And so I definitely...
That was well put. I like how you put that.
Yeah. So people don't know that the number one reason people file bankruptcy is not poor money management. It's not making bad bets. It's healthcare. Healthcare will take you over the edge quicker than anything. So when you say, hey, I'm focusing on my mental health, I'm focusing on my self-care, that's probably the best investment you can make. Ain't no point in having millions of dollars when
about to die.
Exactly.
And I'm working on that because I'm a workaholic. And, I won a bet with her with a massage, and that was in what, November?
And he still ain't booked it yet. He ain't got time. He busy.
Yeah.
And you don't make time. You got the same
right.
24 like everyone else. And I'm just learning these things. These are just... throughout the process, the course of life, and the direction I'm taking my life, I'm just learning. You got the same 24.
Right.
What you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
What you gonna do within your for your 7 days? Like what? Prioritizing time. Like time is the real currency. In a lot of aspects.
That's
So
true.
what you gonna do with that money?
Yeah.
And how you gonna make that money turns into more money?
But time management, that goes back to your point. That should be reared up as a child. Getting up in the morning, knocking some things out, taking care of some things in the evening, self-care, that's not being taught at all. Like that's
Right.
missed.
That totally
completely.
out the window.
Like you learn more about self-care from YouTube than you do from your paternal or, maternal people in your family. And that's the problem because it's not prescribed to how you are actually built. And that's what's actually missed, I feel like, and it causes real money issues. Like life and money, they kind of intertwine to that point that when you ain't healthy, you ain't being innovative enough to think about those ideas to bring that money in your pocket.
Right, I definitely agree with
I
that.
agree with you, man.
It
Boy,
clouds your judgment. You can't focus. You get sick more often.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you do anything on your social media where you just kind of just open up your live or just kind of just speak on some things or something like
So I have a YouTube channel which I kind of espouse on different things,
Right.
but because personal finance is so personal, I can't disclose everything.
Right.
But one of my goals this year is to be a little bit more vocal as far as what's really happening out there and what can I say, not in a condescending way, but as a positive way to lift folks up, and that's kind of a balance.
But I see more than just speaking on finances, though.
Okay.
Like I feel, you have a poise about you and you speak real well.
Yeah.
I think you could just help people get their mental conscious right.
Right.
And then once they get that right, everything's just going to pretty much, the floodgates are going to open.
Yeah.
And people are going to be open to listening to anything.
Yeah.
I think once you heal people emotionally and mentally, just on an intimate level that has nothing to do with anything else, no money, no job, no nothing, just get them right.
Yeah.
Then they start to think clearly. You know what I'm saying? They start to meditate and take time for themselves to just think and talk to God, or even just talking to the inner person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, I see that.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Like a lot of people don't realize. So I work as a financial advisor and I help people grow money or whatever. But what I really do is sit down with them and say, "Hey, how you doing? Are you eating right? Are you sleeping right? Are you loving the people you need to be loved? And because, you know, the way you spend money is the passageway to your soul. I can tell when you went down on your tithe to church. I can tell when you aren't giving to your family members as much as you used to. I can tell when you eating out, going to places that don't feed your health, but it just kind of feed you to entertain you. So really having those conversations, people don't realize those conversations are what win people over. I can't show you a nice equation. It's really me loving on you, to saying, hey, I care and I want to see you do better. That moves the needle. It ain't none of that number stuff, all the other stuff. It really is that soft, squishy, hey man, I love you and I want you to win.
And
That's
see that
what
right
moves
there.
it.
That right there. When you feel love and customer service when you go in the mom, that's why I prefer a mom and pop over a franchise most times. You know what I mean? That'd be a hell of a franchise that pushes customer service. You know, but mom and pops, their whole thing is to get personal with you.
Yeah.
You know how exactly how many kids you got, and you know the girls ratio to the boys, and you know just understand who you are as an individual coming in with your family, or just as, like I say, an individual. So I think that what you're saying is understanding the person and feeling them and connected with them outside of whatever you're there for.
Yeah.
And it kind of rises with what I was saying. Like, man, if you heal someone, a lot of things change from there.
Oh yeah. Oh
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So guys, we're gonna y'all got some good conversation, good dialect going, but you know I like to interrupt stuff. So we're gonna skip a couple of songs, and if it's okay with our engineer, can we play Takeoff next? Because I feel like this conversation is gonna take off. People's money gonna take off. This is here.
Absolutely.
Take off. I don't even know if that's
And
the
because
theme
we
of the
so
song,
chill,
but,
I'm gonna just hit it like
this
we lit.
by Verdi Rose. Take off.
Oh yeah.
Take it on the beat.
Man, you live, motherfucker.
Nigga legit. Checkmate. Yeah, I think it's time for takeoff. Too much time to spend without no paper, and these niggas out here keep on getting faker. But I think it's time for takeoff. Pray for years the day I catch the papers. Now I'm in position. Look at all they faces. They gon' hate it when I take off. Cause they know they could've been here with me, but they play they self and now they can't get near me. Since you look and watch me take off. All that time I had to spend on grinding, but it's coming back. Now look at all them diamonds, 3, 2, 1 that watch me take off. Thought I was underdog since when I ever been under y'all. Came up from the bottom dog, but I never really been underground. When the heat come around, gotta move around, find another time. That's real life, still ducking time from my past life. Remember long nights, got no sleep, anxiety get the best of me. Nigga, will I make it or will they take it? Will they run off with all my paper? Will I be the next nigga in the paper about having flavors from a far location? Imported that, so no state vacation. Just thinking back and on my partner's case, they can't go back. Gotta switch to famous paparazzi, I'll get them out my face. Think I broke my record, no open cases, hand clean for years. Still think they chasing her. Niggas talking, knew they ass was fake. Glad they move around me, ain't got time to play. Name me in the statement, end up in a grave. You know how I'm rockin', but I think it's time for takeoff. Too much time to spend without no paper, and these niggas keep on getting faker. But I think it's time for takeoff. Pray for years the day I'll catch the vapors. Now I'm in position. Look at all they faces. They gon' hate it when I take off. Cause they know they could've been here with me, but they play they self and now they can't get near me. Since you look and watch me take off. All that time I had to spend on grinding, but it's coming back. Now look at all them diamonds, 3, 2, 1. Now watch me take off. That countdown, you know I'm counting up. Worth a couple million bucks and I'm just being modest. I don't really care nothing about no followers. But if I ain't got followers, then how I'm gon' get dollars, huh? Think about that. That's my network, up my net worth. Watch her network. Heard they coming for me, they can watch my tech twerk. Like a strip tease, want a tip, please. Get the fuck from around me. If you ain't a nigga, that's supporting. Won't let a nigga extort me. You can drop a bag if you even wanna record it. Know I'm going in like I got the rep on my team. Ain't my dream, only God scheme, build up his team. No, he got me. All the souls I say, no, he won't let a nigga harm me. But faithfully, still got my beam. If you plotting 15 shots, now you slumped over like you sitting at a boss. I think it's time to take off. I ain't never tried to dish y'all. All I ever did was tell the truth. Fact. Don't do, I still salute. Don't do, I still salute. Think it's take off.
We recording, right?
Yeah, you already know it's your boy Amari's engineer. You tuned in to the Lit Network. This is Crown Me by Verde Rose. Stay tuned.
It's recording now? Alright. I didn't miss it yet. I like that. A lot of beats on their website. Shout out.
Swear I love her, man, I put nothing above except the Lord. She get all of my free time, ain't nothing left to hang with the boys. At your thuggin', holding hands in public. After rhymes we cuddling. If a nigga playing with her, probably go after his daughter. That's my baby, yeah, she drive me crazy. And she push Mercedes. At your poppin', so she got a lot of haters. But we only at the paper, paying no mind. Working overtime, gotta push our lines till we out of time. Stashing every dime, but she above a dime. Now that's a quarter, 720, yeah, I live by order. Trying to turn you to a Carter, what you wanna name my daughter? Think I hit you with that line before. Still trying to make you mine, you know. Why you lay around with niggas that be steady lying? No, where he said he was, he wasn't in the club. Hooked up on some girls, oh yeah, that's what's up. Know you had enough, trying to find some love. Probably tired of love, just ain't had enough. The real kind of love, change your mind by love. Bubbles in the tub, late night body rust. We ain't gotta fuss, I ain't trying to fuss. I'm just trying to cuff, sip fine wine and stuff. While we dine and stuff, where we flying this month. Past the port, but ain't talking about no nicotine or snuff. Let's just grind a bunch, turn up on the trunk. Not the presidential candidate, but more like power stunts. They on season 3, this that brand new V. Talking about the queen, trying to turn your IG caption up to crown me. Love her, man, I put nothing above except the Lord. She get all of my free time, ain't nothing left to hang with the boys. At your thuggin', hold hands in public. After rhymes we cuddling. If a nigga playing with her, probably go after his daughter. That's my baby, yeah, she drive me crazy. And she push Mercedes at your poppin', so she got a lot of haters. But we only at the paper, paying no mind. Working overtime, gotta push our lines till we out of time. Stashing every dime, but she above a dime. Oh, you got your dollars up for a shout out about $180. That's that we gon' stack it till that shit look like a mountain bunch. Big old house and such, room for the whole fam, but it can't stay around too much. Room too loud and stuff while we pound and cut. Know the neighbors probably hate our guts, but they can't do shit about it. Buy that house and put them out it. Then extend our property. I just like Monopoly. Hi everybody, we could break the cycle. Say you wanna change the world, like them 20 pearls. Just sit down and listen, girl. Know you used to doing shit for self, but you could use some help. Just feel like you can't depend on no one else.
Say just for sale or just for themselves.
Trying to keep you out of hell, don't matter what you did. Just hold out your hand and repeat with me. Guarantee you come out clean. No more name of Magdalene. From this day you will be queen.
I had to baptize that bitch, man. What the fuck?
And you could bet that. Never gotta sweat that.
Word.
And you can bet that.
Back there,
Never
what's
gotta
going on?
sweat that.
Halloween, man.
Oh my goodness. Are we here? Are we not? We real silent in the streets.
I need to stop back live.
I don't know what's going on. Sometimes we just be doing our own thing every now and then. You never know what's happening. You pop in, you pop out. Duke pop in, he come behind blue sheets and stuff like that. You know, it's just a lot going.
Opera, baby.
It's just a lot going on.
Like
all
the
right.
Phantom of the freaking opera.
So moving on with the money moves. The first half was Duke getting his life together. The second half we got the actual money move segment. So we got some real advice that's about to be dropped in. So get your pens and your papers, get your phone stylus out, write some notes because we only giving this to you once. You can catch it on the playback, but definitely write your notes down anyway.
All right. So when I got called on the show, it was a couple topics y'all wanted me to cover, and I think the best one was what is kind of some of the best ways to save money. Folks like, every time something happens, I got to go dip into my bank account. So I thought about a list of things that we can do to help us save. And these are not just things I just thought up. These are things that I found out my clients actually succeed with. So let's just go ahead and go down the list. So the first one is move your money to an account that you cannot access. So we got so many different credit unions, and they're not as, high tech as maybe like a Bank of America or something. But those accounts, you can kind of funnel money, direct deposit from your account, and you actually have to go into the bank during bank hours to pull that money out. So that's one of the ways I noticed people have been able to save. Just not having access and forgetting about it is the best way.
No little debit card where you can just kind of go to the ATM, pull it out right quick, or
So
link it
pretty
to
much
your
just have
account.
a savings account. Just get your savings with nothing extra on it. Just
Savings that you
simple
cannot
savings.
access.
So no Bank of America, SunTrust, all that stuff. You need what specifically credit union?
Yeah, specifically maybe a credit union that can go to and just direct deposit from your check.
Them old school grandma banks.
Old school grandma banks.
Isn't that what a CD is?
A CD is a certificate of deposit. All the banks have those, but a CD is usually something that you've already accumulated, maybe about $1,000 or $2,000. Then you put your money into a CD, but there's charges if you try to pull that money out. So just make sure you don't need that money. Okay.
Got it.
All right. So that's number 2 is automatic 401k deductions. Now, this is for all those kind of W-2 employees, right? Those who employer has a 401k plan. When I say that people have accidentally accumulated millions of dollars just by somebody telling them to start investing in your 401k and increasing that amount every single year. So if you increase your 401k contribution 2% every year, and once you get up to that 25%, that's how you can become that millionaire next door. So one of the ways you can save is through your automatic payroll deductions into your 401k. Now, the two things for these previous 2 that I mentioned is it happens automatically. You don't think about it. And when you get a raise, it automatically adjusts for you. Okay. So most people will not be able to save. I love people, but most people are just not good with money. 76% of people live paycheck to paycheck. So if that be the case, you have to have some type of systematic way to save for you. Okay.
Okay. I got a question with that. So there's a lot of people out there who don't necessarily understand the format of the 401k in the sense of, say you're a person who kind of moves from job to job to job to job, and they don't understand, does the 401k move with you, or do you just lose it because you quit that job? In that sense, or how to track it to see, what's actually going in and how much you have in there and things like that. What can you explain to those that are trying to figure out the 401k or don't even realize the importance of it altogether?
Yeah. So let's back up and explain what is a 401k. So a 401k by tax law is called a defined contribution plan, which means that you contribute to that plan. Okay. Sometimes your employer with what's called a match. Okay. And that matching portion has something called vesting, which is a time of period you have to work for your employer for that match to become valid and that you can own it and take it away. So when you leave your job, what you do is called a 401k rollover, and you can roll that over to one of the lower discount firms, whether it be a Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Vanguard, and that way you can actually keep that money. Now, when you invest in a 401k, your plan is obligated to give you investment options. Okay, investment options, it could be a stock fund, a bond fund, all those different things. And those funds that you invest in, that's how your money grows. It's a term called compound interest. So over time, like I said, if you automatically doing it, that money's gonna grow.
Okay. So if you went from one job, say you didn't know it, so you just found out today, you know how they have the memes out there and say, how old were you when you learned that this was used for blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So if you didn't know about the rollover and you left a job and you had 401k and you know, I mean, most of the time it's when you first start, it's kind of small.
Yep.
But, you know, you still might have wanted that $50, $100, $200.
Yep.
Can you retrieve that back, or is it like, oh, you're bad, you should have known better, do better next time?
Yeah, the rules change. If you leave your job and I think it's under $500, I think the employer is actually obligated to cut you a check. in which they will actually charge you ordinary income tax on this. But let's say you have over that $1,000 amount, and you just for some reason you receive a statement. Yes, you can take that and go to one of those discount brokerage firms that I mentioned, and you can roll that over and invest it the exact same way as you would with your employer 401k. And it'll probably have more and better investment options if you roll it over.
All right. Did you get your notes on that too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Notes. I'm taking notes for sure.
Now, way number 3, like I said, and I mentioned earlier, money is a relationship thing. The problem with people is they try to handle their money issues by themselves. Okay? So one of the ways to help you save money is to get your friend to save for you. Now, this has got to be somebody you trust. This can't be that cousin, right? This has somebody you can say, hey, either you can give them that money or they can be your accountability partner and watch that account for you. So the third way is just have somebody to help you out. That could be your mom's too.
So pretty much you're saying everybody need to get in a relationship.
Everybody, yeah.
Or a good friendship.
You know what I mean?
Where if you got, somebody that's, keeps your love together.
brother, I don't know.
But I'm saying if you get in a relationship, you got to get in a relationship with somebody who's on that same accord. Because you can get a girl and she just want to spend your money. Oh, I noticed that you were saving. I need to get my, you got to get the right relationship.
Yeah, you do. That's true.
So your accountability partner needs to be. So if you're getting in a relationship, you need to get in a partnership. Forget a relationship. You need to get into a partnership.
Yeah, it's important because, I can't handle that whole infidelity thing. But if you with a partner and y'all on the same page with money, y'all ain't gonna break up. You ain't gonna mess up no good money situation. That's like having a good job. You're gonna stay there and take a little bit of headache. Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna eat some shit.
Yeah.
If it's sweet on the other end.
Yeah.
If your money's right.
Yeah. Ain't nothing like having somebody that just understand the
building
things
wealth.
that you just need to
T.I.
understand.
and Tiny, like they not breaking up for real because they know that money is solid.
Of course, and she gonna let him go and play in the streets and
Right.
do whatever
you want, long as the check clears.
Come on back, bro.
No. Once you get, I guess, older and more mature, money and sex, it's gonna be a toss up, man.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, well, what could you do for me?
Yeah, know what I'm saying?
You're like, okay, I'm gonna get a little tingly feeling in my navel, but outside of that, what are you gonna do for me?
Okay.
So, you become more mature, like you said. You become way more mature.
I really hope if y'all are out here listening that y'all are taking notes, because we're going to try to give this to you regularly, but, it's going to be something new, so you got to save your notes down, just like class.
Yes. Now, my last way is start your own business. You might say, well, Brandon, start a business, you got to spend some money. But one thing that I've noticed through my clients is once they start a business, they're actually distracted, right? And when you're distracted, you're not focusing on your next vacation. You're not focusing on that next outfit. What you're really doing is focusing on ways that, hey, how can I put more money back into my pocket?
That's where I'm at. And in the process, I realized that I don't boyfriend well.
Okay. What you mean by that, baby?
Because
I'm focused. You want to go straight to 60.
No, because I'm focused on the Lit Network.
Yeah.
I'm focused on Duke the barber. I'm
Right.
focused on Duke Desdoon the comedian. That's my focus. And I have a little 5-year-old. That's my focus.
Okay.
And I have a mother and a father that's not, my mother's good. My dad's not the best of health. It's not like he's dying or anything, but, he has angioedema. We just found out that he's missing an enzyme, and then my sisters, and we don't have life insurance. So I'm like, man, I got to get shit together on a deeper level outside of me.
Right.
I can just get me together.
Right.
But I just feel, it's almost like survivor's remorse, where, you feel like, well, why did I die? Why did I not die? Why am I still here? And everybody else, like, I'm not better than them.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that other person is an awesome individual. But, and it's like, why should I just make sure that I'm good when I could just do a little bit more to make sure the collective is good?
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And with saying that, it's hard to date to have that mentality, because now if I take you serious, you take me serious. Now that's significant to me.
Yeah.
Like Tony, right? Tony might hit me and say, man, I'm in the tight one. I'm going to help Tony out.
Nice.
But that may conflict me at the house. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough to explain why you gave that
But
money
you see what I'm
away.
saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, Tony was there way before you were here.
Right.
And regardless of if she's here or not, the relationship I have with her is what it is. You see what I'm saying? And in today's time, people want exclusivity.
And that doesn't make sense nowhere. But you're right. People are feeling that way. But I think you just got to find that woman with that right heart. And that's tough, bro. That's not a given.
That's the tough one.
That's not a given.
That's beyond bash. That's beyond beauty.
Yeah.
Cosmetic appeal. That is just good-spirited, great personality, good character.
I feel like for that to work with you, the type of person you would need would be like a person who really likes to give, like a give back queen almost, kind of like somebody who gives to, not necessarily just church, but gives to like different charity or gives her time, gives her effort. I feel like to have that mindset of helping someone other than self, you have to have a giving heart. Other than that, it's not gonna work because you have a giving heart, so you need someone who can match your giving heart.
Yeah. And you gotta find somebody who's secure, because they don't have to match you giving the giving.
That's the word.
But they have to be secure that his giving does not mean he thinks of me less.
But I'm saying, even if you don't have it to give,
so
like if you're not
though.
financially in a place to give, you still have a giving heart. So it's like I would give if I could, or I could give my time because I don't have money. So regardless of like your confidence in yourself, that's great. But I can think I'm the baddest chick in the land and be confident with myself and feel like, okay, I'm good. But if my heart isn't in a good place of giving, I'm still gonna be concerned about, okay, why are you not giving to me? Because I ain't worried about you being with some other chick or doing whatever, but you giving too much out. I've seen relationships where it's like one person likes to give and one person doesn't. So then one person's like, no, save, keep it here in the family, and the other person's giving it out. So it can be unbalanced in that. It doesn't matter how much confidence the person has in relationship. Because even if he gives,
you have to be sensible.
Too much to his daughter, a person without a giving heart would be like, okay, you giving too much money to you gotta have.
You have to be sensible. It has to make sense, for everybody, not just for you. It has to make sense for everybody laying down in the bed at night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whoever's laying in the bed at night, the pillow talk hour, it has to make sense for those people.
And you got to understand that, just like this money stuff, we're flawed people, man, down to the core. And once you can appreciate your partner's flaw and give them an area to be flawed,
right.
Then and love
some growth
them for
space.
That. Yeah, and growth space, and they can love you for your flaw. That's when you can kind of work together, because nobody can be just dictated to the whole time.
Right.
And I got a problem with that, because
I have a major problem with that. I think I kind of burned out a couple relationships with like I had to learn to be sensitive, to understand. Like, it's like, why the fuck are you doing that? You know what I mean? Like, that's just my what the fuck? Why are you doing that shit? You know what I mean? Okay, I hear you. I hear you with your logic you're posing, but why are you doing that? Yeah. Like, somebody still don't explain why they're doing it, but they give you their logic. You be like, I get the logic. Okay, cool.
I'm laughing because, like, I understand
why you doing
that
it?
to like the
don't do that shit
extent.
again. But that was the third time
ever. We're done.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's so easy today, man, to just, and I want you to finish that, but it's so easy today to just tell somebody you're done.
Yeah.
You seem like you gained peace because whatever that stormy process was, when you say you're done, you say, like, I'm not dealing with, whatever I'm dealing with is cool. But that shit?
I'm not dealing with it. Because I don't have to.
Because I don't fucking have to.
I think the problem is we hop into exclusivity too soon.
Yeah, oh, bro.
Like the demand.
God, Jesus Christ.
That is
he might need to be it might be money and matrimony.
I mean, man.
Just to hop into
this guy saying some shit today.
The base so fast. Like, let me get to know you. And let me tell you the real issue. Back in the day when you dated somebody, you knew their family. Yeah. You knew what they about. You knew their story. Yeah. You meet somebody here in Atlanta.
Crazies,
you don't really know these people, so you just can't hop into it. Just say, "Oh, you my bae." No, I don't know all your quirks. I don't know the little demons that you have. That stuff takes time.
What? People look at me crazy for that because a guy approaches me and they want to talk to me and they want to date me and it's only been a couple of months. I'm like, I need time.
Yeah.
I need to meet your friends. Yeah. I need to meet your family. I need to see you angry. I need to see you happy. I need to see you sad. I need to see what it's like when you're struggling. If not, I don't mentally feel connected to you, and I don't feel like it's really exclusive as it should be. Right. I'm very private in my relationship, so I won't really post like, oh, we're together, we're a group, we're a bae, we doing anything until I've decided that.
She likes to give you that anonymous arm.
Right, I'm posting my play, but you might see
she gonna angle that thing off.
Ghost arm.
Yes, that anonymous arms. Like, who the fuck is that guy? That guy has a hell of a wristwatch.
I'm just saying, like you don't like I can't because if I decide, we're gonna try this exclusively, and 3 months in, and be like, as I'm getting to know you, I'm not really feeling you. I don't have to backtrack those pictures and delete them.
I'm also say though, with exclusivity, a lot come with that. Yeah. That means now we're exclusive. Now, and then you have teenage boys, so probably all of them got social media. Yeah. So it's like you're thrust into my kid's life now. Yeah. Because if I'm hanging out with you, if you come stop by the house when I'm getting ready or whatever, it's I think when you omit the exclusivity, let's just see, people don't want to be in that pulling pool. Yep. Even if they're the highlighted factor in a pulling pool. Right. You might see so much other shit, but you're like, nah, I'm focusing on you. You got all exclusive attention. But you can't have the position of exclusivity. Right. I can't then hoist you out of that, put you over here, dust you off, and then you just be on the mantelpiece, because so much comes with that. And if it doesn't last, I can't keep doing that. Right. That was a conversation me and my daughter mother had. She was like, man, after this situation, she was like, man, I'm going to just enjoy me.
Chill. Yeah,
but I said that. Chill. I say enjoy you. You don't have to throw nobody into the mix. But the thing for women a lot of time is, if I'm not exclusive, I'm whoring. If I'm having fun,
I don't care about that.
But that becomes, if I'm having fun, I better be having in an exclusive relationship, because now I'm not a ladylike.
It's a justification to have sex.
Right.
Exclusivity for women. And we're having sex, it's okay societally now.
Well, I feel like women have to realize, for me, I had to learn that it doesn't matter. Whatever you're going to think, you're going to think. Whether I'm there, not there, I can't control what the opposite person outside of me thinks. Right. So even if I'm a virgin, just because I'm going out on dates, it's automatically thought that you got to be sleeping with at least 3 out of 5 men. Like it's just a thought. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. 5 out of 5. I mean, I don't know, but
one gets a hand job, that don't count.
City girl.
Kiss on the cheek.
City girls. Them country girls are a little slower though. Yeah.
Oh my God.
They'll cook you a meal and
but at the end of the day, I mean, I could be sleeping with nobody and just, trying to get to know people. And, other people on the other end may be getting frustrated, like, oh, we've been dating, we've been going out, we've been hanging out for X amount of time, or I've been trying to get at you for X amount of time. But at the end of the day, I have to make the choice. I don't care, because at the end of the day, when I choose to be with somebody, I'm going to be with that person. I'm not going to be with the thoughts of other people. So find the person that you need, and whatever method that you need to find that person, whether that's multiple dating or dating one at a time, because you need to focus on one at a time.
I can't do that.
Do what you need to do.
I have to date multiple at one time.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it's like I read books like that. Like I read multiple books at one time. Okay. For real. Not like I picked this one up, picked it. No. I read this one a day, 2-3 days pass. I read the next one, 2-3 days pass. I get back to this one.
So and I don't know why. You just can't focus on one thing at one time.
Not just like
what you read, dude? I want to know. I want to know what the hell you.
No, don't get him on that tangent. We not there. No, and no. We not there. That's a whole nother segment. No.
I have one of the books. I have a lot of Napoleon Hill stuff. I have a lot of Carnegie stuff, and
thank you,
I have a lot of autobiographies or whatever. I have a decent little library, or whatnot. But even with women, I take the same approach with books. You know what I'm saying? It's just, to see the variety. What happens is when you take the contrast, you get to compare them. Yeah. And then you be like, wow, okay, well, like she cooks, and we have a good laughter moment, but the sex is terrible. Yeah. Our sex image is fucking terrible. But then this one, you be like, boy, this thing here is, whoo! I'm talking about
but
something.
She can't cook.
What? The meat off the bone. But she can't cook, or she can't dress right, or
she don't work well
when I get
setting.
around my friends, she don't know how to commingle in a collective community environment. You know what I mean? She just only wants me and her. Like it's like, whoa, that's not how life is going to be for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or then you get the one that's awesome, and my daughter might like her, because we play date or something like that. But she be like, you don't keep your house clean enough.
Not the roaches, bro.
Not even roaches. You don't meet somebody that's not dirty. Yeah. But they're trifling.
Messy.
And messy.
Like leave a fork with a little food on it on a
that type of
shit.
That type of shit. Go and take their food upstairs and eat.
That's blasphemy.
That type of shit.
You know what, dude? I kind of feel like the oddball out, because all y'all in the room just said, y'all have a way of how y'all operate, how y'all go about this. I don't really have a set way. Sometimes,
That's why you're single, man. That's why you're single.
I don't know. It really depends on where I'm at. in
Yeah,
my
I'm
life.
single too, so none of us is right here. Let's keep it going.
I mean, I don't know the right or wrong answers. Like sometimes I might want to talk to multiple people at one time, and then sometimes I don't want to talk to nobody.
You know, I feel you on that because there are times where like I like to see different people, and there's times where I'm like, okay, I want to deal with one person at that time. But even my like dealing with one person at one time is clocked because I still need to feel whether I'm seeing all of you guys' personality or I see one person.
He's just up next, but if you don't hurry up, the next guy's in line.
It's a clock because like
I'm with you, Tony, and I like what you said earlier.
I mean,
like
I need to see you. I need to see them other sides of you, and if I don't see them in a time frame, then
I think that right. Oh, man, you just said something. You just said
suspect.
That word clocked. That is what everybody is on at your job. You feel like you got a internal clock on yourself for women having kids, for you and your level of success and how soon you should reach it and touch it and manifest it. You know what I mean? It's everybody on the clock, and that clock, it has people going crazy.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, dude, man, I'll be talking to somebody and I might think that they're completely amazing. And I'll say, you know
3
what?
months in, like you get on my nerves now.
I want to know. I want to see how you feel when you mad at me. You know what I'm saying? I really need to know what we need to get into an argument. I need to. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to start.
Here goes the main problem when you date somebody exclusively who you guys are only dating one person. They accidentally become your boyfriend or girlfriend because you're taking them out to all the events. So
everything.
You almost have to have. You
gotta have variety so that for this person doesn't automatically slip into the only spot and be the only one.
When I was young, I always had some girl. We knew we would never be together, but she was cool to go out on the town with, cool with the family and stuff.
Yeah,
and you gotta have that because if you focus only on one,
I'm gonna tell you.
Stuck.
But see, even if you become my boyfriend, that spot is clocked too. Everything is clocked.
I mean, but what I'm saying is, when you do the exclusive, I just don't give. This is the thing. Women say, "Well, you horrible. Men don't court no more." You know why? You know why men don't court really? Because on a negotiating level, women negotiate so much throughout the court process, and men negotiate so little. But the payment out of what a man has to pay for to get what he really wants, which is the little bit that he probably wants. For the most part. Now, you got a few guys that be like, I don't care, I don't want that, I want some more. But the average man wants what you sit on. The average woman don't want what you sit on. That just added bonus.
Cardi B's line, I don't need the D, I need the money.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's added bonus.
I don't need your money.
But a man wants money. That thing.
I think that's a little bit of a problem, and I think a lot of women think that way as far as, hey, you know, if I give him this, he has to give me that. But what we miss
in abundance, though, not just on a minor level.
Yeah, that's true. That's
true.
But I think what we miss is what the other things the woman has to offer.
That's the
and because the woman is not highlighting that, but highlighting that other thing. Right. That's why it's like court for what?
Right. Like for instance, you know, I take a lady out. We go get some drinks. We hang out. You know, we talk. I'm talking about, you know, when somebody start calling you every morning. Hey, good morning. Hope you have a great day. You know, the stereotypical shit. You know what I'm saying? The redundant shit. The shit that you get when people try to say, I like it. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's happening. Just let it happen. Yeah. Then I partake. Good morning, love. Woo, 6 o'clock shit. You become a routine, just like I talk to my daughter every morning at about 6:30 to between 6 and 7 o'clock. Yeah. And then in the evening or whatever. Then I make sure I call you midday because I know you want to be reminded I am thinking about you in my busy schedule. Just on the conscious level to know that, you know, I'm feeding my appetite with just the thought of you, so let me call. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just shit like that, because I wouldn't call. I'm like, I'm busy. Yeah. But you couldn't even, I'm like, I'm fucking busy, man. I gotta be home, or when I get off, I'm gonna call you. You see what I'm saying? But I had to break that and be like, okay, call. So I gotta, even if I gotta put a reminder in my phone.
That's too much.
Text back.
Because me, naturally, I don't care. Like, if you go to work all fucking day, work 12 hours and don't call me, I don't feel no type of way.
Right.
I know you getting off, and then get off time, I hit you on that time, you're going to be in traffic or not, or you're going to be in transit, and I can talk to you. I know what my life consists of. I'm not pressed. Yeah. And because I'm not pressed, it becomes a nonchalantness, becomes a transparentness, it becomes a you don't give a shit.
But it goes back to the value proposition. She ain't giving you something that
make you want
to make you want to. And bro, let's be real, we over 30. It ain't that other stuff.
Right.
All right, so we're gonna take a little pause here, and then we're gonna come back and talk about the rest that you have.
This guy's awesome, man.
All right.
Tell you for real, that's my new BFF, bro.
Yeah.
Regardless if you accept it or not. I bet y'all, what's up, bro? We going to the gym or what?
We're going.
So we're gonna play "Vibe with Me" by Pat and St. Mitch, and then we're gonna come back, listen to the rest of the financial advice. Dude's gonna ask this question. We're gonna get totally off topic because that's what we do at the Lit Network.
I think that's a bit of a little shade. I think that's what that is. We lit!
Eyes on you, eyes on me. Ain't nobody like you, or as I can see. Eyes on you, eyes on me. Ain't nobody like you, far as I can see. Like a nightly queen, baby, wine for me. Love the way we vibe, baby, grind on me. Ooh, come here, baby. Vibe with me, relax your mind, let your body be free. Ain't gotta worry, girl, nobody can see. Stroke it till your body get weak. Vibe with me, baby. Wait, hold up. First mix that drink with that soda. Roll up, soldiers. First my salute, fallen soldiers. Hitting them list, stacking chicken, my dough up. Whipping, no license, suspended, still rolling. Niggas that's with me gon' kill like supposed to. Pistols keep popping, the rhythms in motion. No imposter them, top shot to them. Dollar, feel like Molly, I'm a roster, yeah. From the bottle, knives, bottle servings everywhere. Bitches see we poppin', so they pop up just to stop and stare. Money keep me on the move. Batman know I keep a tool. Rude boy think I found my groove. Leave her around me too long, she gon' choose, yeah. I am more chiller, more realer than you, yeah. I like the way that she move when she moving. Blood full of doja, I'm rarely caught sober. Hurtin' them perkies been taking me under. I got real trust issues. Ain't really give a fuck since you. Don't believe that no love is true. Sipping this Remy and smoking this doja. Caught in this trance make me wanna move closer. Feel it, the rhythm is taking me over. Way that she dancing like no man controller. Way that she dancing like no man controller. My eyes on you, eyes on me. Ain't nobody like you, far as I can see. Like an alley queen, baby, wine for me. Love the way we vibe, baby, grind on me. Come on, baby, vibe with me. Relax your mind, let your body be free. Ain't gotta worry, girl, nobody can see. Stroke it till your body get weak. Vibe with me, babe. Hold on, babe. Me want see you shake like Beyonce. Wanna get behind you when I leave Boomar. Feel like a champion, your hands all up on me. Caught in the chest, make her wanna move closer. Way that she dancing like no man controller. Feel it, the rhythm keep taking this over. Sipping this Remy and smoking this doja. Girl, you wanna come to my hotel? Baby, I'll leave you my room key. I can't lie, you got me feeling myself, girl. R. Kelly got me feeling on your booty. So if you wanna come to my hotel, all you gotta do is holler at me. We're having a private party. Can't be mine, I gotta dip in the morning. Morning, 6 in the morning. Sleep and gave a dick in the morning. Dipped in the morning, 6 in the morning. Hit it while she sleep and gave a dick in the morning. I got real trust issues. Girl, you don't know what you do to me. And the message you. Oh yeah. well bred. It's well bred. You listening to well bred. It's well bred. Coming straight up out that east side of Atlanta where I reside. Get me chillin' like a peace sign, fly in a G5 with some pretty mamacitas, and they got beautiful features. Ever since a knee high, boy, I've been hustling like T.I. They get their money in a sweet spot. Look, homie, it's the K to the Izzo, the T to the Izzy. That's the anthem. Get your damn hands up. Como está? Mi amo coded syntax. I just come to impress, though I may leave it's the best. Yeah, my style is so smooth, but my flow is so fresh. Known to give them long nights, good loving, no stress. Boy, I be that uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, and set. Siete, ocho, nueve, leader, Chloe de Diaz. She look like Cameron Diaz. Me's and Lisa Bonet. Sitting pretty with something pretty all under her dress. Boy, that's good. It's the Atlanta Zone 6, now that's my hood. Mess with the winners, baby, as you should. Trust me, I know plenty that would. Come kick it with the kid that's coming out of Ellenwood. Release, hit this bleeds with my peeps. Brother from them PA streets, the Zone 6 beats, and he's always down to keep it playing. Hey, don't you know I'm from Decatur? Coming straight up out that east side of Atlanta where I reside. Get me chillin' like a peace sign, fly in a G5 with some pretty mamacitas, and they got beautiful features. Ever since a knee high, boy, I've been hustling like T.I. They get their money in a sweet spot. Look, homie, it's the K to the Izzo, the T to the Izzy. That's the anthem. Get your damn hands up. My game is tight. I'm so finesse. My flow's possessed by the spirit of the holy best. I told the rest, wake up, homie, go progress. The motto is get money, nigga, don't forget. From Keller Road to Moreland Ave, back to Boulder Crest. My road is stretched. I walk it like a soldier steps. I solely rep the places where the code is crap. Where the homies and the pretty girls all show respect. They know Coda. Get out the ATL, kicking the coldest. Truth for the young black youth to stay focused. The proof and evidence in the words that's been spoken. Hear the souls that's been broken. Boy, I'm so potent. Remind you of them classic old hip hop hits. You know that old school big box shit. Yeah. And anything that's getting paper. Hey, don't you know I'm from Decatur? Coming straight up out that east side of Atlanta where I reside. Get me chillin' like a peace sign, fly in a G5 with some pretty mamacitas, and they got beautiful features. Ever since a knee high, boy, I've been hustling like T.I. They get their money in a sweet spot. Look, homie, it's the K to the Izzo, the T to the Izzy. That's the anthem. Get your damn hands up.
What is
And we're
up?
back.
This is Tony Dominique and Duke Desdoon, and we got Uncle Money. I just feel like, I love
Money
that
seems-
nickname.
we didn't coin them name.
Uncle Money. No, he coined himself. That's what
Uncle
his live is all about. Uncle Money making money moves.
So when my mom had her first grandchild, she, you go through the what am I gonna be called? Grandmama, my dad like Papa, Granddaddy, and I was like, I want a darn nickname, so I decided to be Uncle Money.
Uncle Money.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, shit, the man who understands finance, the man who understands money, Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you into the whole foreign exchange and Bitcoin and that whole thing? Because that's something that interests you? That's something that you're into?
So I'm a registered investment advisor, which means I'm obligated to, a fiduciary, which means I always have to act in the best interest of my clients. Mm-hmm. So Forex and all those exchanges, those are kind of those extra high risk. Those are things like Bitcoin. Those instruments, those are something I don't advise my clients to. One, because I'm legally obligated if they lose that money. Mm-hmm. But also, most people aren't going to take the time to learn that market.
But personally, do you get into it?
I don't dabble that.
You don't tap into it?
It's, you have to understand, most people don't make money doing that.
Okay.
You only see people who are making commercials who say they made a whole bunch of money. When you think about what to get into and what money...
So how's it so popular, though? Why so many people tapped into it?
Can he finish his segment and then we get into the...
It's a valid question, but why is it so popular? It's because the access into that market is limited. It's kind of like, how do you have so many friends that have a real estate license? Because they, you just take the test and you get the license, right? So because there's access into it and somebody can draw a picture of somebody making millions on it, then it entices people to come in.
Okay.
It's that social media wave of life.
So if you
quick
if you think about investing,
kind of pyramidish.
It's kind of like the lottery ticket. Like you don't know if you're gonna win, but you're willing to take a risk on it.
that's exactly what
you heard somebody hit a scratch
Right.
off for 100.
And then you know what?
They always post somebody winning, so I could be that person.
There's another factor to it because the people that normally do that, you know, they treat that stuff like it's a Everest Institute commercial. You remember them old commercials? Hey, you sitting on the couch, you doing nothing all day. You know what I'm saying? Come to Forex, make some money. You know, they try to really
come get a Bitcoin.
You know, they
you
try
might
to make
get some money
seem,
off this.
They try to make it more glorified than what it really is. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like if you're a true Forex trader, that's a grimy stare at a screen for about 6 hours at a time. It's not glorified at all. People think, oh, I just knock out 2 hours and I just made $2,000. Nah, you up at late at night staring at it, reading charts, estimating how the fluctuation in currency is going to be. It's a grimy
So you
job.
do understand it.
Oh, yeah.
You do understand exactly the ins and outs of it.
Correct.
You just choose to opt out.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay, that's fair right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. So if I came to you, say if you was my financial advisor, I came to you and say, hey man, woo, woo, and you would say, hey man, you would explain it to me,
Correct.
but then tell me I don't still think that you should go and do this.
Right.
That's the type of guy right there. That guy's BFF material.
Yeah.
Awesome guy.
Hey man, I get texts all the time from my friends. Hey man, what the investment? What's the next thing to do? So good friend to have.
Okay.
Now let's get on course.
Yeah. After you do that, I have a question for you that I want to ask.
So the next topic, work was the best ways to save. So the next one is, why should you start a business? So why should anybody take time, take the risk, put their name on the line to start a business? And the first thing that I hear is, starting your business is the best way to understand how money's made. A lot of kids grow through life, they say, okay, I can only work for an employer. But if you sit down and ask them, what if nobody hired you? How would you put money in your pocket? And that goes back to that whole government shutdown thing. If somebody took your means of income, to the means that you made income away, how could you pivot to put money back in your pocket, supply for your family? It goes back to people talking about trades, doing things with your hands. You know, back in the day, people go out and cut some grass. What can you do to actually make money? So when starting a business, that's the question you have to ask yourself.
What skills do I got?
What skills, what's in demand, and what do people actually need?
Supply and
Strippers.
demand. We don't need strippers. We just want them.
Nah, sometimes they help marriage.
You
For
don't
what
need,
I
you
heard.
don't, you don't need them.
For what I heard, it helps marriage. That's what I heard.
It can calm you down.
The
You
first
see what
thing
I'm
he said was, what's high in demand?
Strippers are tired of
And
me.
what we need. Now, I do think if you take a lot, listen, if you go to the elder home with a bunch of men and you drink some strippers in there, they're going to perk up. You're going to get a few guys in wheelchairs that's going to at least stand. And he might not take a stride and walk,
You know what, dude?
but he's going to stand up.
Build more strip clubs. I bet you there'd be less crime.
But you got to have a daycare attached because they got to watch the kids.
But there is a lot of crime
That's
that
dope.
happen, or transactions that happen in those clubs that may be kind of illegitimate. They get shot up a lot now.
What type? Whose side you on, brother?
I'm not bad.
Well, he's talking about Blaze and Foxy Lady. you
mean,
mean,
you know.
if you're the Foxy Lady, how about you go there with a STD? You just go there to be with your own kind. You shouldn't even be in the Foxy Lady, man. I think they changed the name of the Foxy Lady on Moreland.
Okay.
Oh, my
I think. I don't
goodness.
know.
All right,
But
but
anyway, let's get on course.
my second point is why start a business? It moves you becoming a consumer to a seller. If you don't sell anything, by default, you're always going to consume something. So your next high is always going to come from your next consumption. So whether that's I need to buy those red bottoms or I need that nice car, your priority system is saying what makes me happy is consuming. But once you begin to sell something, could your service that you provide make you happy? Like this radio station, you guys making people laugh, you guys informing people, you guys giving new artists an opportunity. That makes you happy, just as happy
Yes.
as going into that nice restaurant, right?
Absolutely.
Kind of,
Well,
sort of.
no, for me it does. Like I anticipate Mondays.
Yeah.
I anticipate Mondays, and that's the reason why when I talked to Tony when we was getting the Lit Network together before August the 13th, I just felt like Mondays we need to pick me up. What
Yeah,
what-
Monday
outside
has
of
such a
Monday Night
negative
Football,
connotation.
what do you have for Monday?
Right,
So I
right.
just like let's put it on Mondays. Let's put it late. Let's put it when people can watch it on the way. Couples in the bed. Sharing one phone. Like check the nigga.
Right,
I
right.
want that last little bit of energy before you go to bed. You wake up Tuesday, you ready to get to it. Or if you go to sleep on, you wake up Tuesday,
Right.
you can get to it.
Just like
but-
them strippers, you could have stopped the fight.
You see what I'm saying?
Just because of something you said.
Or my wife is acting up. I'm gonna just go down to the shake spot, get my favorite drink. She already know I got 2, 3 kids. May know at least 2 of their names or 1 of their names out of it. You know, I'm gonna store something, you know, for the establishment, but I already got a cash app. I already shot her something directly.
Yeah.
You feel me? But guess what? She take care of daddy though. You know? Oh, she take
What
care of
does
daddy.
that have to do with any?
Because that helps the household. A lot of times women don't understand how much the
So
outside
it's a
woman.
stress reliever.
Of course, it's a reliever.
So
It
you're,
don't have to be stress.
so
It could
you're-
just be energy, raw energy.
So you're okay with the side chick?
No, first
policy?
thing. First
Or is it
thing.
just strippers?
No, what? Side chick, stripper, whatever. But we said the stripper because it's a business.
I need to say
Business. I mean, stripper is nothing but really the business of a whore anyway, to be honest. Just to be clear
Oldest
cut.
business out there.
It's just business. It's just really businessing horror actions. Like you don't get naked for strangers, and it's just making it a business. And so, you know, a side chick, you know, all that's in the whole, that encompasses all that. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Duke Desdoon's opinions does not reflect the entire opinions of the whole Lit Network.
Please say it louder for the people in the back.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You can say it louder for the deaf people in the back. I wouldn't give a shit. Hit it in
See,
braille or
hit the sign
something.
language.
Hit it in sign language and slide it in braille so they can feel on it. All I'm saying
if
is,
you are a sign language interpreter, please.
all
come.
I'm saying is that's just the reality. Like some guys, they just, you know, like I got a lot of elder men and they like, man, I just want to strip club to see it. I just want to see it. Some men don't even want to partake. They just want to just see that energy. Why do you think they're like, every man is like a dirty old man. Now some guys got a little bit more etiquette than others. When that fine little thing walk by,
You gonna look.
what? You're going to be like, shit. I know she's 2 years older than my daughter, but guess what? You know what I'm saying? But you're just going to become that old man that just like to see that nice. Women are that beautiful. Men are not. Men just have some muscles and get ripped.
Yeah.
But men don't have, like, a man's sexual organs is in one area. Women got this, that, and then that got 2 parts to it. And then when you get in there, it's different chambers. Then you got that spot up under here with the ridges.
the
You know what I'm
36
saying?
chambers.
For real.
You know what's
Focus.
up, though, Duke?
Back focus on the business.
Okay, let's get
Make
back
the
to the
money.
money because it just got hot here. I'm about to unloose my
God.
collar.
Last point, yeah. So why start a business? Next one. The best way to gain riches for yourself, to move your family tree, is to start your own business. Think about all the millionaires out there. They, in some way, started their own thing. Okay, so if you want to control your own destiny, not wait for a job, not wait for somebody to employ you, starting your own business is one of the best ways you could do that.
So you're saying like the Lit Network could be the urban version, Atlanta-based own network where we could just be employing people, putting other shows on, doing commercials and different things like that.
That's right. It's the best way you can leverage it, and then all it is just leverage it.
And it's a running consistency because you always and forever what?
Lit.
That's right.
You supposed to
Living
break
in
it down.
today's
There you go, mother. I'm about to throw my utensil. We lit. You sound like you.
Can you repeat that, please?
Living in today's time.
Okay.
You didn't lit.
I didn't know that.
You're always and forever. You're never not living in today's time.
Forever. Like that's the running consistent. Like yesterday was what it was. It was like the foundation of what today is going to
Yeah.
be. But tomorrow you don't know. It's going to be the foundation. You know, today's going to be the foundation. But I think the today is all that matters.
Y'all need to say that more.
We do say it pretty frequently.
Yeah, we say it all the time.
I need to listen more.
You need to listen.
Even
I didn't want to say that.
Right.
That was my natural
since you put it
response
out
because
there.
you're giving us so many jewels.
I mean, it's
I didn't want to be a dick.
I mean,
It's kind of in our whole theme
the first
song. I
time.
mean, it's on the banner
is.
right behind. I mean, it's just,
it's right there.
it's like, it's on the banner behind me.
Shut the front door. Shut the front.
I mean, it's kind of.
Y'all was both blocking it though. I just
It
want
was, I'm just
We
saying,
were, we
it's
were.
kind of
But
everywhere.
let me
but
ask
we
you a
ain't gonna say
question.
nothing.
This is some good counseling here live because
Yeah.
that's just who we are.
Yeah.
What can the Lit Network, what can Duke, Tony, Omari, what can we do as a collective to take this to the next level for 2019, 2020?
I think it's one relevancy. As long as y'all stay relevant, y'all are gonna move it. And I mentioned to her, I think you guys could do a live YouTube video. Kind of like Breakfast Club, they do that. You know, people need to see that video, and that kind of prompts that personality. But I think you guys are working with some of those things as well. But I think, and you guys keep on inviting people and sharing audiences, what you guys are doing. Just keep on leveling up on that, and I think you guys will be solid. And just everything's a craft. It's a practice. So keep as y'all do, y'all will get better. Just don't let the low times get too low on you. Don't let the high get too high, and just ride this stream, which we call entrepreneurship, up.
You know what I think that allows us to win?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I had a question after that.
Oh, go ahead.
But okay, so my question is totally out of the journey that we headed on, because I wanted to ask you this before we moved on. But my question is, so as a financial advisor, and as you know, the whole purpose of everything is us meeting with business owners, and just kind of giving us that platform. And even though you have the segment on the show, you still are, in fact, a business owner. So when people think about getting a financial advisor, and you're in the business of teaching people how to save money, how to make the most of their investment, what type of investment is it to get a financial advisor? Like, is it something like, oh, I don't know if I can afford that? Because most people, like, even with me, when they see my event planning pictures, they see my work, they're like, oh, I can't afford that, in the sense of just viewing it. Like, people don't understand that, you got to ask how much it is first. So how do we actually get to the process of learning how much it costs to get a financial advisor, and how beneficial it is to having one?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, this is going to be an honest answer. It is going to sound so harsh, but you have to go with people who value what you do. And I just told you 76% of people live paycheck to paycheck, which means around that 40 to 50% of people just don't value money. And that's okay. They don't value growing money, accumulating money, having financial security. So those people are automatically not going to be in my market, because they will not see the value to pay a cent towards financial literacy. And you can't do anything. You just love on those people and move forward. And I do things like come on the radio stations, do YouTubes, do tutorials. That's for that generation and crowd. But for some people, they do see financial literacy as a value proposition for them, okay? And the question which is, how can I afford it? How much does it cost possibly as well? So financial, advice, it does cost a little bit. So I do something which is called a retainer model, which is kind of a low monthly fee an individual can pay for what I call my introductory product, which is my cash flow management. So that's getting you from living paycheck to paycheck to up to having that emergency fund and beginning to invest. Now, once you begin investing, that goes up in price range, but I do have different plans to help people pay for that price.
Okay. So how much is the basic starter package? How much is the money making starter package?
So starting off initially, it's going to be a fee up front of $250. Okay.
A month?
No, upfront fee is $250. Monthly is going to be at a minimum probably about $160 for somebody just really starting out. $160 per month.
Your stuff messed up. You ain't even thought about it.
That's
so I got
correct.
to shift through some stuff. You got to pay $160.
Right. $160 a month.
And with that, they have to pretty much expose all of their be very intimate financially with you.
And that's tough. That like
no cut. Like, yo, bro, I spend $400 on weed. Bro. I spend I buy video game shit, and I like to buy shoes. Or me and my girl go out at least 2 times a week.
I go to the strip club, and I don't know how much
I have seen a $2,000 a month eating out bill. And let me make this clear.
I hope she was clean.
And that's not a bad thing, right? As long as you can afford it, right? So it's not about me judging you. It's about me helping you reaching your goals, helping you reach what you want to achieve. Okay, so I ask for statements, I get detailed bank transactions, and it's a very intimate process, like you said, and it sometimes can be humbling.
And that's really affordable when you think about it, because think about he has to manage his life, and he probably have at least a fucking dozen of people that he has to manage like that, to different degrees and levels. So that is, and then he got people hitting him all in this deal, like, yo, bro, look, check this out, I got $1,000. Well, I'm doing it. Like, nigga, like this, I don't know. Shit, I don't know. Like, don't spend it. How about that?
Right. And you always have that those friends who think there's free friend advice. Right. I just had a person hit me up today, like, hey, I got this event, and I really wanted. I mean, she's friend like. I mean, I can't say that we're friends, but she's friend like. But it's like, okay,
no,
well,
you got to pay for this.
Right. She's like, okay, well, this is going on and that's going on. I'm like, oh, okay, well.
That's kind of my industry when people be like, man, just come to my party, man. I got the microphone. Just say some stuff.
No.
Oh man, you do house calls? You come cut me at yeah for $150, $200.
Right.
And I know they're not gonna pay me that.
Like this is my yes. I have the.
I know,
information.
I'm gonna say a number I know you can't pay.
Right. And so I'm sure
Because how dare you? Like, who are you to think you're supposed to get some privileged type treatment to that?
Right. I'm sure when she read my response back to everything, I felt like there would have been like an eye roll, or I mean, she may not have paid attention to it, but my thing is like, yeah, well, event planners, one, we get discounts for different services because we use those people frequently, and two, we've already done the research to know what are the better moves. Like, if you're doing it yourself, you have to then now research and dig and stuff like we did. So if you want my already done research, you need to pay me for my time.
So what I did was I offer something, the freemium, okay? And the freemium is I send out a monthly email. You guys already know I'm an author of a book. So those are kind of like those introductory offers. Like if you're kind of like you do it yourself, you want to go figure it out, I'll give you that. And that's free. And that kind of show, I know everybody can't afford it. And that's kind of my kind of block from that process. But if you want me, my time, my knowledge, the time that I spend in
this business, baby.
You gotta.
It's kind of like you can build your own credit, but you can also pay somebody to build it. But if you build your own credit, you gotta make sure you're researching and getting the right information, and that becomes the hard part. Like, I'm Googling, but Google has anything you want on it, good information and bad information, and you have to then try to decipher what is the good and what is the bad. When you have people that have ciphered through it, know what's good, what is fake news, what is real news, what works best with your personal situation, and what works best just in group, general phase. And to go through all that when you really already have limited time and you're working a 9 to 5 and you're tired and now I'm trying to get my money together and my kids got to be here and I got to work here and I got to be over there. And it gets
because a lot of stuff slipped through my palms, and I'm just a man, just out here living in Atlanta, single. So you might run hard from Monday to Wednesday. Next thing you be like, shit, it was something I was supposed to be doing. Whew. And then something remind you, be like, shit, let me get on that.
That's
But I do realize becoming more structured in your life as I get more mature. Certain things become less interesting, and I just start seeing the significance in things that I just really overlooked when I was younger. Life insurance, those different things. I want to bring it up a little bit. That's important. And people think it's just, you just trying to get money off me. Nah, I mean, if you go, we don't have your knowledge. They don't have Uncle Money knowledge no more. So at least Uncle Money could leave me a little something where I can tie myself over, and maybe what he did give me in that time, I could take that with the money and then do something with that. And hopefully that can give me a generational inheritance that I can pass on to them. Because they're not going to be able to get to meet Uncle Money if something was to, unfortunately happen. So, that's what I'm learning the significance of. And I come out of a family that doesn't have that at all. Do y'all have that in your family? Like everyone has life insurance and health insurance and stuff like that?
My mom does have, and I think my dad does too, does have most of that. But that comes from them being, I'm a military family. And, they kind of set you up for those type of things, retirement and all that good stuff. So it was kind of not necessarily planned in, and it's not something they really taught me how to do or what to have. It was just
set up.
there.
It was there, available. I got you. I understand that. I mean, my daughter mother's the same way. Like she come up in a situation where it's there and it's available, and I come up the exact opposite. One half of it. So doing the most to get the most, and maximizing and learning the significance of time and, how important money is and, how time, everything, man. It's just, a lot of people don't know it, man. No. And it's easy to be like, I'm going to just turn a blind eye to it. I'm not worrying about it because I know what I made today, if I do blow or I have to be responsible to spend, I can make it tomorrow. But what if you don't get tomorrow and everybody's relying on think about you, the breadwinner. And then
you gone. Yes. Okay. So we do this nonprofit, the Rescue Crew, and that is the basis, catching people before they fall. And there was a woman who was like, "Hey, my husband was in a car accident. I was home keeping the kids, and now he's gone." And she's like, "I don't know what to do. I don't have a job. It's me and my child now. He was the money, and now that money is gone, and I'm stuck. I'm a step from being homeless. I'm moving from friend house to friend house with my child, and I can't get back on my feet, because when you get to that lowest point, to pull yourself up takes almost an act of God, because you have to be one, strong-minded, because it can break you, and you have to have a foundation of people that you can really rely on, because without it, you will crumble completely.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely a hard thing to think about, but it happens, and it happens more often than people realize.
Pretty regularly.
Yeah,
actually.
and that's why if you have a little jingle in your pocket, make sure you allocate some to give. I ain't just talking about church. I'm talking about people who love you, because you don't know when you need to be in them people's house because something happened to you.
Yeah, you need to sow seed for good favor,
Man.
especially if you like for me. I've been out here 13 years, originally from New Orleans, man, and I knew I couldn't come out here with the traditional New Orleans twist.
No.
I had to grow and groom myself out of that, not really parting ways with it, but just let it blossom. You know what I mean? Be them. Don't, like my grandmother told me, don't be that New Orleans nigga. Be a nigga from New Orleans. You know what I mean? Like, be from there, but you don't have to be all that you are.
Right.
You don't want people to just be like, yo, what up, they know you from there. They know what's up. They know from
Like
your
you meet
style
the
and
dude, like, what's
everything.
up, Brooklyn?
Right.
What's up, New York?
You feel what I'm saying? You beyond that and grow outside of that. And then when you do that, you take that with you. And then depending on how far you go with it, now that I'm in entertainment, I'm doing comedy and things like that. I'm in the community with a lot of barbers and stylists and stuff. I'm showing that root and people don't even know it.
Right.
And it's coming from that. It's coming from that loving, festive environment, but not the negative portion of it, more of the positive, the things that people see on the tourist level when they come down there. Not the shady side, gray area. So.
And I think men, we kind of need to be known for our work. And that's some fulfillment within us. We want to, that's going to be what we try to leave behind. That little mark is, this is my label. It's as archaic as, hey,
Kind of
this
like
is the
having
house.
a son to carry on your name.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very much like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's about. Legacy is important. I was taught legacy without even a direct teaching of legacy. You know what I mean? I just saw how the men, my grandfather and grandmother had 5 boys. My uncle just passed, the oldest just passed, so he didn't have any kids, but the rest of them did. And I'm the youngest of the 5. I'm the oldest boy of the youngest of the 5 boys, which is my dad. And they're all workers. They weren't most ideal men. They have, husbands and fathers and things like that. And they all tradesmen. And we talk about, like you said earlier, getting a trade.
Yeah.
A lot of young boys, they if they don't go to college for sports, if they don't do entertainment, that's where most of your millionaires are coming from, sports and entertainment.
Now, I think a lot of times we push our kids towards sports at a disservice to them. Like, we should definitely be prioritizing more things. You think about the hours spent, and I did it when I was young, in Pop Warner, either baseball, football, and basketball. What is what we call in finance, that opportunity cost if they did something else? How much better men could they be?
Right.
And could we even argue that we've been manipulated to lean more towards those sports rather
Or
than
being
trades?
equivalent. Like, if you give them a sport, like I saw one lady on Facebook some years ago, her kids one wanted some Jordan, one wanted some LeBron, so she went and got stock in Jumpman and Nike
Oh, that's beautiful.
and gave them that. And then taught them the significance and how important that is. And then bought them some clearance shoes so they could get some new items, but you're not going to get to the price point of that, but you're going to understand, the financing in that. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Like, I just know some things are fad, some things are trend, and sometimes trend defines you. You remember when your first album dropped, that was the album that just said something about that moment in your life. And still to this day, when you hear it, you got to turn it up on the radio.
Yeah, I think for me and my kids, I mean, they're heavily invested in sports. I mean, my oldest has been playing since he was 6, but on the flip side, he also sees me and their father as entrepreneurs. So they have to work. My kids work with me.
Nice.
And for me to pay for your sports and stuff, you got to work. Like, you got to put in that sweat equity. And even with my mom, she's got the plan where she was gonna move, but now she wants to fix up her house. So they have a job at my mom's house. My mom is giving them 8 hours to work. You get 2 15s and a lunch break, and you earn $10 an hour. And if you work, you get paid. If you don't work, you don't get paid. So when you move and you grow and you think you want to get a job, you understand what it feels like to work 8 hours, because you be tired when you're in that. And you understand that no work, no pay.
Now, what is y'all opinion? Because y'all have kids. I'm a big believer of, like you said, working your kids as early as possible and working them hard, hard.
I think this with work, the concept of work forms when you just give responsibility. Simple. I let my daughter play.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'm not picking your shit up.
Right.
You are. And I'm going to talk to you and tell you how to pick it up and where it needs to go and what needs to be what. And when that becomes routine, and then when I say it's time to pick up, you know what to do.
Right.
So then when you go over by, L.I.T.T house, you be like, you know what to do.
Clean up.
Then when you go here, then when you get your job and they say, okay, you know what to do. When I tell you be still, then when that police pull you over and tell you be still, you know what to do. Yeah. It just becomes a part of the molding of the character.
I'm more talking about doing work that could actually put money in their pocket if they did it for somebody else.
So for me, my thing is making sure they work for me.
Okay.
And whether that money goes in the sense of going towards paying for your sports or your shoes or whatever other random stuff you wanted. We also do different competitions in our house, but I don't think I necessarily, at the age that they're at, want them to have a regular 9 to 5, because at the end of the day, you are a student, and I want you to focus on your education and developing your mindset for working for a person outside of your family, because your family has, or is supposed to have, your best interest at heart. The other person out there just wants you to work to get the job done. And so I have them work for me in the sense of I want you to develop those skills so when you have to go there, but I also want you to know how you're supposed to be treated in a work environment.
I agree with that, because I've been working since I was 14.
Right.
And people use, a young, energetic, person.
And they beat them down.
They work the shit out of you. Like, my mom was like, you're not supposed to be working. Like, you're supposed to work 5 hours, 6 hours. But I just wanted the money.
Right.
So I ain't say nothing. And then if I don't say nothing, they going to just let their clock ride until the job get done. Well, I was like, I can't be picked up. My mom used to pick me up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
And then you're 21 years old and you
I was supposed to be off at 10.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But, what you going to do? Just like a kid rolling around with a little lawnmower weed eater. He'll cut as many grasses, yards that he can. And, you respectfully give him some water. Give him, tell him take a break. Some kids will go out there and just get to it.
That's true.
Especially as boy, the testosterone, that's a lot of times they don't understand. That testosterone, and then people telling you have to court the woman and find her and then get the house and then build it and find the plot and then lot and then dig it up and then cure the dirt. You got to do that.
Yeah.
She just got to be a woman. That pressure early, you be like, I got to get to it.
First of all, I'm going to say, just be a woman. It's not as easy.
Well, I'm not knocking it, and I'm not dumbing it
First
down.
of all,
but I'm just saying, whatever comes with woman, you just have to be a woman. You know what I mean? But
right.
a man
but being
has to
a
be
woman
that
is just as much hard for me.
I
feel like it's hard work too. It's not easy. It's not easy bearing children, taking care of the. I mean, if you're in the sense of.
That's what I said earlier. I don't want to.
If you're in the sense of going back to the old man job, woman job. I mean, yeah, you go to work and you put in your clock hours and you do your stuff, but guess what? Your work stops. A woman's clock is 24 hours because we have to take care of you and your needs. We got to take the kids and their needs. Then we got to consider our own needs, which in most cases for women get thrown to the side because we're so nurturing, caring for everybody outside of us.
But that's what men come in at. It's supposed to make sure that your needs are.
It doesn't happen. When men clock out, they clock out.
Worse. They have it worse. Our problem is, because of that testosterone that flows through our system, psychologically, we can't handle the day-to-day that we have to put on. So we have to turn off.
No, we will break off. We will break down.
we gotta turn off.
We will break down. Like, listen, I'm telling you, that's why I love watching those cartoon movies. I just watched Incredibles 2. I don't know if you haven't seen it yet. When she went to work and he had to watch the fucking
right, and he couldn't handle it. He was like the kid running
the new
around.
Map. When they hit him with the news, he's like, why did you have to change math? It's just, women have such a nurturing environment, like you said, nurturing touch and nurturing feel to life. they're the food to life, man. You know what I mean? Men are the whip cracking challenge. They make you face the challenge. They make you, you know what I mean? Go back out there and fight that boy. Where women be like, it's okay, you ain't got to fight me today. And I'm going to tell you how to navigate around that. But you need that. But you need to face the challenge too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
you
feel
need
like
the equal balance of understanding how significant and when should I apply that at the time.
And I think we're built that way on purpose to fit into each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why, one way ain't the good way.
Yeah. We need each other.
But we also need balance.
We don't need each other, but men
we
and
need
women
each
need
other.
each
I don't even want you. You're totally unfair. I think your eyebrows too close.
Whatever, hater.
You might have got a unibrow you're trying to cover up with some foundation.
Whatever. Oh, you a hater. You just such a hater. That's why you wear the hat, because you don't want nobody to see that receding hairline.
That's why I'm trying to settle down.
Taking them shots.
That's why I'm trying to settle down, because the hairline, what? That shit almost behind my ears. I'm about to grow my dreads
about to
back.
be real Braun-like.
For real, I'm about to grow my dreads. You know what? Let's
you real New Orleans with dreads, man.
For real. I had
my
dreads.
goodness.
I had 16 goals on mine. It was different.
We're going to let y'all catch up on your history, and we're going to play a little short song here. We're going to play Hold Up by Skipper the Flipper. So we're going to hold up.
The Flipper.
And then we're going to come back, let you tell everybody, how to get in contact with you, how to utilize your services, and then we're going to stop holding you hostage.
That'll work.
We lit!
Hey, turn my headphones up, Jeff. Hey, man, having a gang, man, you hear me? Hold up. Flipper. Clean drink when I pull up. Drink. Too much cash like a Brinks truck. Money. Niggas capping like they having buck. Cap. Niggas capping like they us. Flex. Wait, hold up. Wait, what else? Hold up. Flipper. Strong nigga call me Caesar. Strong. Bitch playing like I need her. I got 3 stripes like a dealer. Chopper red dot you like you got the measles. Wait, hold up. Huh? Wait, hold up. Flipper. Hold up, huh? I put the bricks in the billy truck. I used to get off the touch and bus. I used to stop dropping pop just like Brandon Rush. Hold up. Wait. Trust it, make it have an earthquake. Couple thousand on my worst day. Stack your bag, you'll be okay. I'm just trying to have some fun. Give me 5K and one. Sackwood, big pun. Hold up, wait. You be hating chick cause she ain't got no funds. Stay away from leechers. I be talking to him, call me Flipper preacher. High school hit his hip under bleachers. I'm a fool with it, try to fuck my teacher. Lil' baby get the capping. Tell her, hold on, wait, cut it with the action. Try to beam her crazy, cut off all the traction. Get a dab of Flipper sauce and need a napkin. Hold up. I'm gonna stack me $1 billion. I never really gave me a fuck. Hold up, wait, fuck Donald Trump. Clean drink when I pull up. Too much cash like a Brinks truck. Money. Niggas capping like they having buck. Cap. Niggas capping like they us. Flex. Wait, hold up. Huh? Wait, what else? Hold up. Flipper. Strong nigga call me Caesar. Strong. Bitch playing like I need her. I got 3 stripes like a dealer. Chopper red dot you like you got the measles. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Huh? Wait, hold up. Flipper. Hold up. Wait. Believe in faith, not fate. Before you count, say your grace. Bathing neck, briefcase. Getting money. Getting to it. Stack up a M, could you really do it? My youngers on fire, call them lighter fluid. Cook it like I'm Dexter. Hold up, wait, grab the perks up off the dresser. You be biting, I'ma go and give you extra. Hold up, pull up all the extras. Hit it full throttle. Real gang, when I move, they move, no follow. Paul Moscato on a bad petite model. Hold up, wait, you better swallow. Clean drink when I pull up. Too much cash like a Brinks truck. Money. Niggas capping like they having buck. Cap. Niggas capping like they us. Flex. Wait, hold up. Huh? Wait, what else? Hold up. Flipper. Strong nigga call me Caesar. Strong. Bitch playing like I need her. I got 3 stripes like a dealer. Chopper red dot you like you got the measles. Wait, hold up. Huh? Wait, hold up. Flipper.
Moves.
Damn, Flipper.
Right. He just ain't no.
The
no,
song
it didn't
just
fade
go
out.
off.
It didn't even
It was
fade
right
out.
in the bridge. It just go off. Shit.
Just boom.
I mean, it was lit because I was vibing, but I had my damn headset on, Flipper.
It's like when you had that last piece of food and you ain't prepare yourself for that last bite.
And
You
it
think-
dropped.
Right.
And you're like, fuck. Like, I want to eat this. This is going to just take this whole meal full circle here.
Right. Now you got to get a whole nother plate to
Don't
experience.
you?
all
That's
over again.
crazy. Every time I drop the last bite, I feel like I need to order a whole other plate to compensate.
I need to really
I ain't
finish
finished. I need to finish it. It ain't finished.
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
God.
Could you save the good piece to the last part?
And I hate when somebody act. I'm gonna tell you, I hate when my kid acts, when my fucking little beautiful little baby girl acts for my that casa.
The last piece.
Nah.
I don't want to share. But you know what? You're teaching her that you don't have to share. You know, a lot of people like everybody
But I
has to
share
share.
sometimes.
Yeah,
I
but you're
share.
teaching her that it's not necessary. Like you can share.
Yeah, but
it's good
but-
to share, but it's not required.
I try
share.
to bring balance to my kid, you know. And her mother is more passive, more like I'm gonna whoop your ass if you just get me upset, like traditional mommy shit.
Yeah.
But like you really my BFF. But if you make me upset or make me embarrassed, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Right.
You know, traditional mommy shit. I'm more like the challenging. Like I challenge you to eat something different. You know, we're not getting wings. But I don't care. We're not getting chicken strips. No. You know, I challenge you to. I put the mirror. I continue to keep the mirror in front of you. You know what I mean? And you know, and I let you know that there's boundaries. I'm continuously showing you the boundaries. But as I'm showing you how to break barriers as I'm showing you boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do anything, but it's just some shit you just can't do in certain times of your life. You know what I mean? So it's just that type of thing. Like I'm not into letting her use my phone
I don't like to let my kids.
because I have
like
adult
kids
shit
like that.
on my phone. You don't need to
have to
know.
like, oops,
no,
slip,
you don't
slip.
need to know daddy like that.
Swipe left, swipe
You don't
right.
need to know daddy like that.
All right. So,
Yeah.
we really, 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 really appreciate you for coming on. We look forward to seeing your next segment and what you got in store for us. But for the people listening today and they want to like, oh, I heard some good stuff, and he kind of know what he talking about, and you might want to tap in and ask a little more questions or get involved with your beginner packages or your I know what I'm doing, but I don't really know what I'm doing package, and then I'm an expert, but I still want you to help me out packages. How can they get in contact with you?
Yeah, so first of all, you know, seeking to do better with your money is a big step. Like you said, opening up to somebody about your money is important. But if you feel like you were an individual that wants to do better with their money, they didn't grow up in a household with money, or I just don't want to manage money, there's no shame in saying, hey, I want somebody else to cut my grass. And there shouldn't be any shame with saying, hey, I want somebody else to manage your money. And if you believe that I am that person, you can reach me at 531-333-2745, or you can go on my website at www.rsadieseladvisors.com. That's RSADEASIL advisorsplural.com. And reach out to me. If you're looking for somebody to roll over your IRA, looking for somebody to review your investments, or if I don't know where to start, but I need somebody to help me start, please reach out to me.
All right. You better have that. He got a script. He almost like the Mako girl. It's a whole little
What?
script.
I'm talking about. Listen, when you meet somebody who has that type of energy, you're like, oh man.
He been practicing his elevator. Did you go to Toastmasters?
I did. I am.
Yeah.
I'm a confident communicator. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. See?
Yeah, I'm about to sign back over Toastmasters. I was
we
in
need to go
Toastmasters.
back. We need
I
to
was in Toastmasters for
get our
about a
life
year.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
What chapter are you in?
So I was at Big T Toastmasters that's downtown at the SunTrust building.
I was right there on La Vista. I was right there on La Vista.
I think I've been to near the
Jessa Hezray?
It was off La Vista. It was it was a government building.
Yeah, it was right by
kind of LA
Williams.
Fitness on that side.
Not
I don't
Williams,
know.
the movie theater. It was right there by the movie theater off La Vista Road.
Tavern.
Right by the movie theater.
Yeah.
I've never been.
I've been to that
Toastmasters
club.
in
That's
my
a cool club.
Yeah,
Some cool people.
Yeah, pretty good. There's some good speakers in there. They're real strong.
Yeah.
And the thing about Toastmasters, before we get out of here, you see people who like cracking talking.
Yeah.
And then in 6 months to 12 months to 15 months, you're like, man, like the way they speak in front of a crowd of people is just, it's magnanimous.
It makes you re-believe in the human spirit. Like it could be a grown
Yes.
50 person have that crackly voice, and next minute he's giving lectures